You clicked on a video called
the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
So any aspiration you had of like making something of yourself, accomplishing something in life, that's not going to happen. You've just basically, by clicking this video, by seeing
Drunken Peasants
and clicking the link, you've basically just like said, I am a piece of shit, I'm never going to accomplish anything, I am eternally part of the problem, and I cannot and will not be part of the solution, which to me is like, load off.
You are about to experience the Drunken Peasants Podcast, the greatest podcast in human history. Please recognize that this podcast is designed to be amusing and entertaining, and thus we engage in satirical comments, exaggerations, and even dirty jokes. If you are offended by such things, please go away and die. If you enjoy this podcast, we ask that you help to support its existence by contributing to our Patreon at patreon.com/DP. Contributors get regular access to monthly private shows, special commentaries, Google Hangouts with the peasants, and more. If you don't want to do that, you can also support the show by visiting audibletrial.com/Drunken Peasants to get a free audiobook and access to over 150,000 audiobook titles, including great selections on science and skepticism. And if you shop on Amazon.com, we strongly urge you to use one of the Amazon affiliate links in the description section of our videos. You can help support the show simply by using our link to buy things you were going to buy anyway. Now that we've got all that shit out of the way, sit back and enjoy the show.
From the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants Podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Hey, man. You got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist? It's okay.
You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be light.
You're garbage.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 215. Wait a minute, guys. I gotta take a note of something here. Let's see. Episode 215, March 11th. Paul's ego called in sick. I'm just writing up a quick report here.
Yeah,
for someone's performance evaluation.
Need a couple signatures on that one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'll go.
Paul's ego called in sick.
There we go. It's been notarized by me. Round as a ball. Poor Paul took a great fall. Busted his balls.
Fucking lazy sack of shit, Paul. Just sitting there right now, probably jerking off to us.
We do have a special substitute for Paul. You'll see in a moment. But first, some announcements. In case you've forgotten or haven't heard, tomorrow is the private show. You can tune in if you were a patron last month. You get access to this month's show.
Last month. I'm emphasizing.
Yes.
If
you were a patron last month, you have access to this show. If you're pissed that you don't have access to this show, make sure it never happens again by becoming a patron at patreon.com/DP. And by the way, on not tomorrow's show, but the show next month, Scotty and Paul are going to engage in the most epic drinking contest this world has ever seen.
Paul bitched out tonight. He just knew. He knew I was going to come at him tonight. Paul, you're fucking running scared right now, buddy. Oh, well, not really running anywhere. You're just lying on your fucking bed like a little bitch.
If anything,
weak ass
he's
back, Paul.
Scared.
Rolling fucking scared, Paul. Man, it's
I
gonna be
want to
brutal.
show you guys something.
It's gonna be brutal.
This is Scotty bought this fucking water. All right. This is Starkey's spring water, 2 miles deep, geothermal, single source, made by Mother Nature, bottled in Idaho.
So what?
You're such a pretentious little queer, Scotty. I mean, goddamn. I would think you were less. If I walked in on you sucking off like 15 guys,
TJ,
that would be less gay than
some
you
of us
sitting there drinking that water.
Some of us appreciate the finer things in life.
Yeah, and some of us get bilked. When it says 2 miles deep, that's how deep
Yeah,
their
you don't
dick
get
is in your
bilked every
ass, dude.
every fucking day you buy a fucking pack of cigarettes, you fat fuck. You're gonna sit
Yeah.
there and be like, I don't waste my money on pretentious shit. Yeah, you just waste your money on something that kills
American
you.
spirits, Scotty. Only the finest
Water.
of tobacco.
That supports
right?
the Native American.
Right?
Oh yeah, TJ,
You
like
hear
you give a
that?
shit.
Isn't that a good point, though? He's making fun of the water, but he buys the most pretentious cigarettes.
Yeah, well, cigarettes, at least it makes sense to buy pretentious.
Oh,
Why?
whatever.
Because you do it?
Because the cigarettes
okay.
I buy are pure tobacco with no additives, and they last much longer than normal
And I
cigarettes.
told you to fucking buy them, so there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
But you listen, so what does that say about you?
It says that you.
It says
you
I'm a
know-
man of fucking taste,
You
TJ.
know what you were talking about
It
on
says I'm a
cigarettes.
man of
But
fucking
that
taste.
shit is a rip.
Buy this fucking water.
There's no
geothermal water.
There's no difference between that or
This water.
Aquafina.
Yes,
know
there
what?
is.
Or fucking
You know what,
tap
the
Scotty?
water.
source. The source.
Scotty,
Yes,
Unless
there
you're
is.
in Flint.
Scotty, I'm starting to take your side because this is coming from the guy in Europe that's like, let's go eat at Subway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was only saying.
And there is a
that because
difference,
I
TJ.
knew
Those
it
come
would
from
get
public
your
taps.
goat, Ben.
This comes from 11,000. What is it? Feet?
11,000.
Oh no, it's 11,000 years old. It's 2 miles deep. Geothermal water. And
I'm sure
this is not a paid endorsement if anyone's thinking that.
I'm sure it tastes so much better than normal water.
It does.
Right.
It's far superior.
You did
Try
watch him
it.
take a drink earlier.
Yeah, earlier he took a sip and he was like, huh. Like he made that really.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
I am better than other people because I drink this. Wow.
It's true.
All right.
All right.
Oh, we're also selling shirts.
Shirts, yes. Let's do that shit.
Let's sell some shirts.
The shirt thing, it wasn't coming up on the screen, but actually, I'll try to get it up here.
Even if we can't get on the screen, it doesn't matter. We're selling shirts.
At
That's
some point during this show, we will take a break and show the pictures of everybody wearing the shirts.
Cool.
So there you have it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Link in the description.
Another thing, Paul. Where's the fucking shirt, buddy? Where are the fucking shirt designs, buddy?
Oh, yeah. Okay, scratch that in on the memo. Or should we just make a whole new one?
I don't even know, man.
I would say
why
just-
bother making a new one? There's so many mistakes.
I would just say start a new one because, you know.
Well, if we do
It's a separate
every
issue.
time there's a mistake, we're gonna be here all night. Then we're not gonna be able to do this.
Yeah, I
podcast.
guess just maybe put a sticky note on the
Yeah.
former one.
Okay.
Just be like late on shirt design.
Yep.
Although he has sent them to me. That's his big problem.
Paul.
Don't
why?
send it to me if you expect it to
Why,
get to the
Paul?
other peasants. I can't do that.
Yeah, he only sees at least one of us every day. Sometimes both of us several times per week. But don't send it to him.
Don't send it to me. I got the design right here. I'll give you guys a shitty on my phone preview of what it will look like.
I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, but
Don't
I mean,
have the design.
you're not gonna fucking be able to see it too well on my phone. But here's one variant. Yeah.
Show the color one.
You really can't tell what it is. So which color one? There's so many
The
different ones.
black one.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Maybe it'll show up better. Yeah, it's impossible to tell what it is. You can't see any of the
Nice
finer
try,
detail,
TJ.
but-
All right, time to bring on our mystery, not really guest, but victim, I guess you could say.
Who could
I
it
don't know
be?
that. He might be.
Who
He
could
might
it
be a
be?
brilliant, engaging person.
It's true.
This is going to be our replacement for Paul. It's Paul 2, the new batch.
Hello.
Hello.
Paul,
Hi.
Paul 1.9.
Oh yeah,
Not even Paul 2.0. Damn.
Yeah.
1.87.
You're some patch. You're Paul's patch.
Paul Patch.
I'm Paul Patch. Nice. Motherfucking, it's Egghead.
God, egghead.
Oh.
Most people don't. I don't even know if our modern people know who you are because you haven't sent us a question in a long time.
That DVD you sent us is that's garbage. That should be destroyed.
This is the piece of shit for anyone who was unlucky enough to see our commentary of Canyon Trail. This is the piece of shit that sent that piece of shit.
The people involved in Canyon Trail should be fucking strung up and murdered in the streets. I'm sorry. They did some frontier justice done to them.
So which character is your dad?
He is Texas.
Oh.
Texas slap battle.
Who's that one?
We thought it was Stormy.
we were hoping it was Stormy.
We were hoping for Stormy.
Who's Texas? I don't remember.
He's like the sidekick to Stormy. He's the one with the mustache.
Is he the one that could never get his fucking lines right?
I don't know. I try to like just get that movie out of my mind as fast as I can. I don't even remember the damn film, is honestly.
Yeah, if my dad was in a movie like that, I would try to forget too.
Yeah,
I'd be
but
like,
the thing is, though, the previous films that they were in, they're honestly to God, they were better than this. I was sitting at the premiere, it's like, oh my God, this is terrible. This is just like god awful. And I came to him asking, why did you not let me edit this film, Dad?
It was just a terrible jumble. It made no fucking sense.
The editing in it was like fucking the most ass backwards thing I've ever seen.
We didn't even finish the movie. It was like 2 hours.
There were so many scenes that just did not need to be there, and you wonder why they were even shot because they were ill-conceived and terrible. The action scenes were like ridiculously bad. I mean, I wish I could say they were laughable because then at least there would have been some laughter, but there was only one scene that was like laugh out, like that had that like so bad it's good laugh at this quality, and I can't even remember what it was. It was some scene with a chick. She did something with her gun that was ridiculous. I can't remember what it was.
One thing I don't understand is why the fuck did they call it Canyon Trail when they spent like what 5 to 10 minutes in the fucking canyon?
Yeah, that was another thing. I mean, I didn't really care, but yeah, you bring up a good point. They barely the fucking canyon trail part was like not even like a big part of the movie. It was just like one random thing that happened along the way.
And sitting around the fires too.
I do want to point out that we're talking about a movie that most people watching right now has not seen.
Yeah.
Nor should they.
But you know, you don't want to see it. It's not like The Room or something where like, man, you got to see this shit. No, you don't want to see this.
Yeah, speaking of which, Tommy Wiseau is actually at one of the theaters here in Dallas.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the next Canyon Trail sequel.
Oh God, no! Oh,
Cast
God.
him as a cowboy.
Dude, he would make it better. He would make it. He's so
would.
terrible. Really good.
If you're gonna make it terrible, you might as well be entertaining terrible. And I guarantee, get Tommy Wiseau in there, have him play like Stormy's long lost son or some shit.
I actually was kind of writing up a script that I sent to my dad that kind of deals with my former character's mother, because we'd have no idea who the hell his mother is, because like it's only mentioned who his
So why
mother
weren't you
is.
in Canyon Trail? Are you like on the outs with your family? They hate you now?
No, I was busy with work. I'm in Dallas and they're in Oklahoma, so can't really do all that shit.
Yeah, man. You wouldn't want to shoot a Western in Texas. That wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, Canyon Trail sucks, but like Ben says, no one's even seen it, so whatever. But trust me, you guys that don't know what we're talking about, it's terrible. Actually, you can probably watch the trailer on YouTube. It's on there.
Yeah.
It's awful.
It is.
The trailer, just watch the trailer, and it's just as poorly edited together as the movie is. So just imagine the trailer, and then when you watch it, just imagine that occurring fucking for like 2.5 hours, but it feels like 8.
I don't know if you can hear this, but
that is one big pile of shit.
Yes,
that was
we can
one
hear
big
that.
pile of shit. That was one big pile of shit.
I just want to inform you, only I get to do that.
Oh, come on.
So fuck you, dude.
What do you want us to
Fuck
come
you
on?
too.
He's already got 1 strike against him.
Egghead, you look
okay.
less eggheady lately. What did you do?
He grew hair.
Is it the facial hair?
Well, hair on his head too.
Oh, was he bald before?
He wasn't bald. He just had way shorter hair.
Short hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before
Don't
this,
fuck around, egghead. I never forget a face, motherfucker. I never forget a face.
Mid-90s fucking Kevin Nash. Fuck you.
Oh, dude.
is that?
He's pushing
What?
me.
That was not an appropriate use of that.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
come on,
care.
dude.
Your shirt is good though. I agree with your shirt.
Welcome to cool.
TJ is fucking garbage, which he completely and totally is. You're garbage, TJ. Browsing your phone instead of fucking talking, TJ. Good job.
Yep. Paul isn't here to fill in the gaps of when of your talking.
Yeah.
That's
why I got
He
egghead.
dropped the ball
Dude,
today. He dropped the ball today. That's sad.
All right,
Ben, you caught him. He did the smile. He's like,
egghead, do the no true Scotsman. Go.
Oh God.
Do it.
Oh, that's a no true Scotsman fallacy to me.
That was.
Yeah, it's bad.
I mean,
it's bad. It's funny when Paul
it
does
was.
it.
It was better than I thought it was gonna be, but it was still painful.
yeah. Good assessment.
Yeah. Do the living man. Come on. Be the new
God,
Paul.
There's no way I can do the living man, TJ. Come on.
Can you do the living man?
You do it,
Would
TJ.
you do the living man?
Can you give us a situation?
We have a situation in the
No, please stop.
Oh, my
stop,
God.
Stop. That's the worst.
Hideous.
That is just the worst.
Fucking hideous.
We got
I
a
hope-
situation.
I hope Paul understands what the
Don't
fuck
worry,
he is
makes
doing
mac and
tonight.
cheese. You eat it.
You're like your Windows 10. You're an upgrade no one asked for, dude.
Your Windows 10.
Stop.
That's cold, TJ. Come on.
That is
All right,
horrible,
I admit
man.
that was a low blow. I'm sorry.
Not only do
That went too far.
not only do you not ask for it, but they're always like, "Hey, you want to upgrade? Hi, just want to."
God.
Oh, no.
They butt fucked us.
Eventually, you'll turn on your computer one day and it'll be like Windows 10, which we're here, whether you like it or not.
Like me and
Luckily, I have
TJ
a
both.
Mac.
Happened to me.
We both checked. We're like, I'm like, did you upgrade to Windows 10? He's like, no. Did you?
I
I'm like,
guarantee
no.
you, TJ got high and did it.
I did not. Because
Guarantee it.
I went upstairs, I turned on the computer, and oh no, there was like a big story of all these tech people bitching about Windows forcing these upgrades. I guarantee one day you'll turn on your computer and be like, "You're on Windows 10 now. You have no choice."
I almost punched a hole in the wall. I was so fucking pissed.
Scotty
I'm
was
like,
angry.
I was actually like visibly angry. I was like, why the fuck did Windows do this to me? I do not want Windows 10. I fucking avoided Windows 10. I paid money to get a copy of Windows 7. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You're not allowed
like
to
when-
use Windows 7, dude.
I guess
like-
not.
It's all Windows 10.
Fuck you, Bill Gates.
It's like when Google integrated Google Plus to YouTube.
Ugh.
Only 10 times worse, probably.
This guy they had on the Drunken Peasants tonight was so awkward, you guys.
It was so lame.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he
Dude,
was
he's
so
lame.
awkward.
I
So
only
lame.
imagine. I
So
only imagine
fucking
the
lame.
view count is gonna drop
What?
right when they see my face.
Yeah.
No one wants to see your fucking egg-shaped head.
We had the one guy. I think we destroyed one guy's relationship, didn't we?
Yeah,
That was
Shit,
horrible.
so you're already better off than he is.
yeah.
He's fucking stroking it every night.
Yeah, I
now.
don't think you can ever surpass that.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
My fiance's sitting right here next to me.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was. I saw her shambling around earlier, just like wow, walking from one side of the room to the other and back and forth and over again. I'm like, what
Yeah,
the
I
fuck
know.
is she doing?
Oh, then he lives there, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, but what's she doing?
I don't know. Like she was getting a fucking drink.
No, it was too many. She did it too many times. That doesn't make sense.
Okay, well, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah,
It's a troll, goddammit.
you don't get to.
Not a troll.
Don't get to decide that.
Come on, it's not a troll, everyone.
Hey Hitler, it's me, Danny. I just want to tell you that
Did she say Hitler in the beginning?
What's going on?
Nathaniel Lewis is basically harassing my Daniacs, and he's harassing me.
I'm actually genuinely
He's,
terrified right now.
Threatening to actually kill Kendall Daniac and rape her, and he's also trying to
What is even going on?
Wow.
you know, sacrifice Louis
What the
to
fuck?
another demon.
Do you guys have any idea what's
And
happening?
he put
I do not.
a love spell on me called PQ.
I put a spell on you.
I have to say,
He's
not a
been
troll, because I have no
suspended
idea.
my account like 1,000
Yeah,
times.
not a
because
troll.
he's, like, overly.
Not a troll. Definitely not a troll. Because I'm just like, what in the fucking world is going on with this woman?
It's just
don't know what's
one.
happening.
It's like stream of conscious. That's all it is. It's just like some words are being said to you, and it's like, what do these words even mean? There's no context.
Yeah, I would say not a troll.
Not a troll.
Not a troll.
Not a troll. Okay.
Not a troll.
My vote doesn't even matter.
What would you have said?
That's a question for another day, TJ.
Okay.
It's a question for another day.
Another day, another time, another place.
Yes.
Another day, another time.
You know what we should do?
Place. Yeah.
Let's see.
Troll or not a troll?
Hold on.
215.
Yeah. I want to get the audience perspective on this.
All right, audience, you can go to our Twitter and vote on whether or not what you just saw was a troll or not a troll.
Not a troll, dude. Not a troll.
Lag.
I just want to know.
I think we got lag.
Yeah, maybe
you're
we're
frozen.
Maybe we're lagging. Doesn't happen very often.
Troll
All right.
or not a troll.
So go to our Twitter at Drunken Peasants
and vote.
It's on the screen.
Vote until
We'll wait until we get
explode.
Egghead back.
This show can't go on without him.
No.
I think my bad. My damn internet dropped probably.
Oh, you're garbage.
I am horrible.
Egghead dropped out. You get using Comcast.
Hold on,
shit.
Egghead.
I'm
Don't hold on, Egghead. Don't say a word just for a second because your audio's out of control now.
Yeah, no one wants to listen to you.
Hold on.
Gotta control Egghead. Calm down.
Calm the fuck down.
You know we're trying to run a professional operation here, Egghead, and you're just totally throwing it out of whack. All right, go ahead and talk. Go ahead and talk, Egghead.
Test 1 2. Egghead's here.
Okay, go ahead. All right.
Okay.
So go ahead and go to our Twitter page and vote on the fucking
troll or not a troll.
Totally taking the steam out of things for us, Egghead. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I feel like this glove doesn't really fit, man. If the glove don't fit, you must acquit.
Yep.
If the glove don't fit, Egghead is shit.
That should be a t-shirt on itself.
No.
It's like, no.
You're not notable enough to be on one of our t-shirts.
Nonsense.
You're garbage, Egghead.
Oh, you're breaking
I
this.
You're
am
fucking garbage. I don't know. Maybe if we sold like an Egghead / shirt guy shirt. They could both be on there. They could be murdering each other over who's the bigger fan.
All right. So, really quick before we get into the news segments, Egghead, what's up with Mario? You got a crush on him? You're always making videos about him.
Mario. Fuck him. I fucking despise the bastard.
You love him. You love him.
No, I fucking don't.
Yes, you do. Don't lie.
Is it his long eyelashes for a man
God.
that he possesses? Is that what
Please.
kind of like draws you to him?
Or his eyes, or what is it? His hair, his haircut.
Yeah.
In your fantasies, are you a top or are you a bottom to Mario?
He's anywhere Mario wants it.
Like Mario,
Please,
I'll be anything you want me to be, Mario.
Mario is the submissive bitch that he is.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
So
Whoa.
Like,
Do
I,
tell.
yeah, he'll be crying in the fucking pool with this baptismal scene.
You
Seriously,
made a video for us in a pool once.
Yeah, but at least I didn't fucking cry in the goddamn pool like fucking.
Well, we don't
Mario.
know that because you know your head came out of the water. You could have been crying underwater.
He was
No one
crying
would ever
underwater,
know.
dude. He was. Come on, look at him.
Yep.
Look at this guy. He was crying all fucking night.
Yeah, the drunken
Hi,
peasants
Mario!
They didn't answer my mail.
I love you.
That was a beautiful moment in Mario's life, dude. That was when he gave himself to Jesus.
I just want to like do your will.
He felt closer to the Lord.
Right now it's kind of close. Not a troll 57%. Troll 43% with 157 votes in.
Yeah, I don't see how it's a troll because I don't see how I don't see how that would be a troll because they're not really saying anything offensive or incendiary. They're just making no sense and rambling. I don't know.
Scotty, I see you're doing the Illuminati triangle. It just proves once and for all that you're part of the
I'm
fucking
stretching my
Illuminati, man.
hands. I'm stretching my hands. Just stretching my hands right now. Ah, real good stretch.
Man.
Pray Satan. Yeah, really good stretch right now.
That was a good
Proves
one.
it for all that Drunken Peasants is obviously a part of the Illuminati.
Oh yeah, we want to join. They'll let us one of these days. We just gotta ensnare enough souls.
We have gotten messages from Freemasons that want to invite us to a lodge. So we're already in, man. We're already in.
Sweet.
We've already been selected.
I thought you were a part of the Jezebels also, because of what Gail said.
Oh yeah, we're part of
Man,
everything. We got our
you're
finger
part
in a lot of pies.
Maybe you do, TJ.
Yeah, man.
The Drunken Peasants will one day rule the fucking world.
All right, Rubio advisor to Ohio voters: anyone but Trump.
Did you see that Rubio campaign event? Rubio. I kind of yawned midway through his name.
Bureau. Oh yeah, in Florida that no one showed up to.
It was like it was supposed to be this grandiose big rally in his home state, and
in
only
a stadium.
Yeah, it was like a huge stadium, and only like 200 people showed up. So it's like this sad little crowd.
Dude, that's great. What are you talking about?
I'm sitting there like, man, we have more people show up to like Drunken Peasants meetups, or at least the same amount.
Yeah.
So like, are we more popular than Rubio?
Obviously.
Well, we're about to have one in our home state.
Yeah, you know, maybe we should fucking schedule it in a stadium.
No, I think, but we pretty much have a place locked down.
Cool.
Nice. Well, you know that.
I do.
Yeah, in the next few days we'll probably be able to announce it, but we just want to make sure. So that should be
I was
announced
just saying
shortly.
it's cool, man. I didn't say I had nothing to do with it. I in fact was the one who called the place.
You did.
I already know.
You did.
But that doesn't stop me from reacting.
Cool. He's just so used to getting like bullshit default answers because he's usually not paying attention.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Sounds good.
Oh,
All right. Sounds bad.
Oh,
Neat.
yeah.
I'm going to say right now, Alex,
Fuck you.
any vote against John Kasich in Ohio is a vote for Donald Trump.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's no question that John Kasich has the best chance to beat Donald Trump in Ohio. And right
so you
now,
want
I think
all
it's
your
vital
voters,
that we
all
stop
Rubio
Donald
voters in
Trump.
Ohio to vote for Donald Trump? I mean, all Rubio voters in Ohio, you want to vote for John Kasich?
I'm just stating the obvious that John Kasich is the one person who can beat Donald Trump in
Kasich
Ohio,
is
just like Marco
wonderful.
Rubio is the one person that can beat Donald Trump here in Florida. So if you're a voter and Marco Rubio is
it's
not
not gonna
necessarily
happen.
your first choice, if you like John
Rubio's not
Kasich
gonna
or
win.
you like Ted Cruz and you're here in Florida,
Kasich may win Ohio.
Kasich may win Ohio,
Yeah.
but I think Trump is leading in Florida, I believe.
Probably.
No, that's God. It's scary that Trump is more than likely going to be the Republican nominee. Jesus Christ.
They should pay attention though. If Trump should pay attention if Kasich wins Ohio, because then he should probably try to get Kasich as his VP.
It's gonna be fun.
you need to vote for Marco Rubio because he's the only one who can deprive Donald Trump of those 99 delegates. And if we stop Donald Trump here in Florida, we can stop him in Cleveland. He will not be the Republican nominee.
Oh boy.
I kind of think he probably will be anyway, but whatever.
He has the
There's
best
like
chance right now.
50%. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like 80 to 90%. He's going to get it anyway.
Yeah, they're having pipe dreams. They're like, yeah, we're gonna stop him. It's like you ain't stopping shit, dumbasses.
They were
Really, their best chance is Cruz.
They were not going to allow 17-year-olds in Ohio to vote in the primary who are going to be old enough to vote in the general election.
Wow.
So Bernie Sanders took them to court, and here's a story about that.
This Ohio judge, this is a big win for Bernie Sanders. He's issued this order to allow 17-year-olds to vote in this presidential primary. I mean, we've seen the polls of how young people are going for Sanders over Hillary Clinton. Could this be the difference for him?
It absolutely could be, Brianna, and that's why Bernie Sanders has been pushing hard for this very decision to be reached. He sees 17-year-olds who are going to be 18 at the time of the election not being able to vote as a form of disenfranchisement, and obviously one that would hurt his campaign.
All right, 17-year-olds in Ohio.
Better vote.
Vote
You got
for the
something
bird.
to do Tuesday now.
Well, I mean, if you're going to be 18 by election day.
All right, yeah.
In November.
In November.
Right,
So the vast majority.
Yeah.
Most of you.
There's a lot of them.
There's a revolution going on with Bernie, god damn it.
Everybody vote for Bernie. But if you're a 17-year-old that's planning on voting for someone else, just don't show up.
Yeah, stay home.
Stay home and die. Die.
because he does very, very well with college-age students. He's been reaching out to them specifically, campaigning for them specifically.
Why'd they put a retarded
has a big
ginger right
presence on
behind him?
campuses and even some high school campuses,
Not
not
for
just college.
sale.
When we're talking about
See how he's doing with that sign?
Not for sale.
Everyone else is like waving it around. He's just like up and down. Like,
This is my 12th. This is my 15 minutes of fame. Goddammit! Don't let me live this down.
Bernie needs to get those guys that stand out by the street that like twirl the signs behind him. A bunch of them.
I think he should have some like bikini models and shit too.
Yep.
Have their boobs jiggling around.
Knife jugglers.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that'll bring
17-year-olds. And so this is really going to be a huge boost for him, I would imagine.
It's like 4-1 where he pulls in the young people compared to Hillary Clinton. Does he have a shot, you think, Ryan, in Ohio? Could he do a Michigan repeat?
He could.
I mean, look, the Michigan polls were 20 points.
So far off.
Hillary Clinton was 20 points ahead, and Bernie Sanders won by a few points. In the Michigan exit polls, which probably more reliable, Bernie Sanders won 18 to 29-year-olds 80 to 20, right? And they are. I have a piece coming out in the New Yorker next week about the Sanders-Clinton race, and one of the little nuggets in there is how obsessed Jeff Weaver, the campaign manager, was in Iowa with the 17-year-old vote, and they were obsessed with finding lists that could target 17-year-olds. I mean, one thing they did in Iowa was they found kids who bought class rings, high school class rings, so they could target those kids with Sanders' messages. So yeah, they.
What?
They're gonna target them kids, man.
They're
scrapping for every vote,
getting
those
17-year-olds out. They're gonna vote.
If you got a class
No one
ring,
else is courting your voting block, so just go with us.
Jeez.
80 to 20 likely for Bernie, so it's significant.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
That's him basically admitting that, Bernie does have a chance of winning.
Donald Trump tried to have a rally in Chicago and shit went fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, I
really?
just heard about this.
When did this happen?
Today, I think.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think it just happened like while I was before. I just read this like before I came on. It's just like a shit ton of Bernie supporters just like shut down the entire rally of Trump.
Neat.
Jim, what are we looking at right now? What are you saying?
Yeah. Yes, Aaron, I am off camera right now because I want to show you this. We've turned the camera around, panning around to the back of the arena. This is becoming violent.
Chaos.
There is pushing and shoving going on inside this arena. People are throwing objects. Police are now escorting some protesters. We don't know if they're Trump supporters or protesters being led out of this arena right now. But just moments ago, a very large crowd of supporters, protesters, media. It was simply rocking back and forth. As my camera just panned back over, you could see this large section of protesters I was referring to earlier. They're now shouting, Bernie, Bernie, obviously in support of Bernie Sanders.
Wow,
Aaron, I've just never seen anything like this place as just
contingent of Bernie Sanders supporters that just like raided a Trump rally.
Yeah.
Like, fuck Trump, we're for Bernie, bitch.
Yep.
I've never seen that happen before. That's crazy.
This just proves that if Bernie gets the nomination, Trump has no fucking chance to win against Bernie.
Well, the polling, the early polling anyway, would indicate you're probably right on that, but who knows? America's a strange country.
Erupted. Now you're hearing Donald Trump people on the other side of the arena yelling Trump, Trump, Trump. The security does not have a handle on the situation here. It is total chaos.
All the Trump supporters can be like, a bunch of Bernie leftists showed up to try to stop Trump from, speaking to the people.
Well, it's interesting because Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump, they almost held a debate between those two, but Trump backed out.
Really?
Yeah.
Strange.
Yeah, he did. He freaking backed down. I think cowardice much? I don't know.
No, he made, I don't know, he made some lame excuse.
Trump doesn't want to debate issues, that's why.
Scheduling conflict or something.
That was a problem with scheduling issues.
Oops. Yeah, I would do that, but
Here's something from another Trump rally. I think a protester got punched in the head.
Yeah.
Gotta love Trump.
Oh, we have a protester. We have a protester.
Ooh, protest, huh?
Protest, huh?
Oh! Lie detectors, you'll put the Bible down there.
He lies. I've never seen anything like it. But
So he got sucker punched, and they're like, time for you to go. I mean, he was already leaving. Who cares at that point? Like, they're leaving.
Gotta get that 1 second punch afterwards for good fucking measure.
Yeah, it's like the old white guy in the cowboy hat too.
I'm Chuck Norris practically.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sucker punch this darky.
For America.
America!
What the fuck
That'll
you doing out
teach
of your
you to
place?
think you have the right peaceably to assemble and address the government for the redress of grievances and such. Fuck you.
Hail Trump! Say Hail!
Looks like we got ourselves a protester. Y'alls know what to do.
Thank you. Get him out of here.
we're gonna have such fun.
He deserved
We don't know who he is, but we know he's not acting like an American. Yes, he deserved it. The next time we see him, we might have to kill him.
Yeah.
This guy's insane.
America.
You ain't no real American.
He's pretty fucking old, man.
America.
He's almost 80 years old. That's pretty fucking crazy.
AIU said I have to mention him in today's show. So AIU, is that your dad? There, I mentioned you.
Taking more orders from AIU.
Yep. His next court date is April 6th. If he doesn't die before then, he is 78.
It would not comment.
Donald Trump's campaign won't comment. Of course they're not going to comment, because if he condemns it, then all the people who support him will be like, what? If he says he approves of it, then all the people who are, independents and should be
Trump
like, what
tacitly
the fuck?
supports this stuff. He does support it.
So,
he doesn't overtly support it.
Trump's just going to be sitting there like, yeah, I mean, I don't.
Violence is bad.
I mean, I don't support it, but I'm not like against it either. You know what I'm saying? That's where I
honestly
stand.
do fear for this country if that fucking egomaniac gets in the fucking office.
He's an egomaniac.
Ego.
I feel like pretty much every politician is an egomaniac by necessity, though. Paul of Glenn.
Yeah, this is Alex Jones talking about how Glenn Beck used to be cool.
Oh boy.
But he's lost his way.
Support Ted Cruz.
InfoWars.
Let's have a war for info.
Comparing Trump to Hitler. I don't want to bash Beck. He's done some good work before, but man, he's really doing unfair stuff. And then Friday he talked about, if I was on a stage with Trump, I'm not going to play the whole 10-minute clip. I'm going to play part of it. You can find the whole thing online. I would stab him. So the Secret Service went there. It's certainly an incitement. He went, oh, Stu says I was saying I was going to stab my co-host. No, he says, if I was on the stage, I couldn't help myself, I'd stab him. So he did it as a publicity stunt, a desperate publicity stunt, because his media system is collapsing, according to the news. And according to, I was told this a year and a half ago, they were trying to sell me his channel. The people that he has his channel on. It's like he pays $25 million a year for a feed on cable. Like, no one watches that. They watch content and information. It's the internet. Sure, we're on satellites and on some TV systems, but that's if they want us, we're on a satellite, not a channel. You want us, we're on TV satellites, and stations are picking them up all over. But we're free to air, but we're not paying for a channel. And so, I was like, and then another TV network offered us Glenn Beck's channel way before Trump ever came out and said he was in financial trouble. I don't want him to go away. But he thinks he's a cult leader and that he's God. And
oh my God. Like, this is very valid criticism of Glenn Beck, but it's coming from just like the so wrong source.
No self-awareness from Alex Jones.
Like, you guys are cut from the same fucking cloth. You're basically identical clone twins of each other. You just happen to have a difference of opinion on candidates, and now there's this division.
Yeah, Glenn Beck's done gone crazy.
Glenn's gone mad. It's like, you're both mad. You've both always been mad.
Yeah, you just support Trump and he supports Cruz.
Oh God.
I love how this guy, this InfoWars guy, who all the time is telling us, like, the Bilderbergs and the big businessmen out there controlling everything.
Chemtrails.
And then the candidate he supports is like a fucking, rich billionaire. Like, well, he's different.
He's not politically correct.
Irony much?
Jesus.
He's gonna tell us how it is. Like, you know, like Trump's never been invited to fucking Bohemian Grove or whatever the fuck it's called. He probably has.
More than likely.
You know, it's just sad to see him do this, because if I said, you know, I want to stab somebody, I'd get in trouble.
Dude, you say shit like that all the time. On Piers Morgan's show, you were like, 1776 will commence again if you try to take our guns.
Didn't you do a video and he said he wanted to break the jaws of Bernie Sanders?
Yeah, he was like, he was talking about Bernie Sanders, where he was like, deserve to have your fucking jaws broken. It's like,
yeah.
What? And now you're like, I can't believe this violent rhetoric.
I'm anti-violence now.
I mean, I've barely even watched any Alex Jones, and I can easily come up with those 2 examples off the top of my head about times he's talked about being violent towards other people just for disagreeing with him.
I'm just thinking to myself, like, are you, Alex Jones, going to be like, are you going to be the one that's going to be literally breaking every single jaw of Bernie Sanders supporters? Because that's a fucking lot of jaws.
A lot of jaws.
There's no way that's ever gonna fucking happen with this.
He's gonna get
fucking moron.
He's gonna get the U.S. Marines to do it. Once Trump's in office, they're gonna change the job of the Marines to going around and punching people who supported Bernie Sanders square in their fucking jaws and breaking them.
And if anyone does not have anything,
expect a knock at the door if you support Bernie, man. Expect a fucking knock at the door once President Trump's in office.
And it's like, if anyone disagrees with me, if anyone writes any bad publicity about me, I'll sue them and get rid of the First Amendment. Jesus Christ.
Sounds good.
Or I guess I'd have one of my people, if I said, if I was on a stage, this is quoting Trump, if I was on a stage, I couldn't help myself but stabbing. Secret Service shows up and I go, oh, I meant Nico. Right, Nico? I said I would stab you. So here's the clip.
If I were on the stage, I would have said, have you been listening to him tonight?
Right. Yeah, right.
Have you been listening to what I say about him?
And also, why would you
I
be
actually
sitting
I
in
believe
someone's
these
shoes?
things. Yeah, I'm not going to be.
Would be weird. Sit in their shoes. I mean, does he have gigantic shoes? How could you be sitting
man,
in
if I were close enough and I had a knife, really, I mean,
wait, what?
The stabbing just wouldn't stop.
So they're talking about his shoes, meaning the feet, the hands, the size of the package. They're talking about Trump. It's a publicity stunt on purpose, and he knows he's going to lie to the Secret Service. That's called weasel behavior, a premeditated weasel behavior.
I mean, honestly, from that conversation, I mean, it sounded like he was talking about Trump, but I could see it being in reference to his co-host, too. So, I mean, it's kind of a little vague.
He didn't even mention Trump, did he?
Oh, they were. They were on the subject of like if he was on stage with Trump, but then his co-host was kind of like fucking with him a little, and then all he said was like, "If I had a knife, the stabbing would commence," or some shit. So it's not really clear whether he was talking about in the scenario with Trump on stage or whether he was talking to his co-host for being like kind of a disruptor or whatever. I don't know.
If Glenbeck was gonna be nice, he'd just stab their eardrums so they never to hear him fucking speak again.
That would be good.
Yeah.
It's a public service. Or you could just have Alex Jones yell in your ears and
suicide pale.
You'll never be able to
I
hear
don't want them
again.
turning to fucking frogs gay.
Sounds like some weasel behavior, just like Paul. A lot of weasel behavior out of him lately.
Wow.
Behavior. I'm so sick of these premeditators.
Mm-hmm.
Just tired of them.
Oh, wow.
And I just wish that Glenn Beck wasn't always trying to get me kicked off radio stations, wasn't always behind the scenes going after our sponsors. We have our own products, so we just cut you out of the whole mix, bro. I mean, he literally, you know about his whole family and the mom committing suicide and the dad and all the weird stuff?
Glenn Beck
like an
Bro.
Amityville horror episode. And then he'd call up other talk shows he didn't like when he heard that the wife had a miscarriage and congratulate him on a miscarriage. And Glenn Beck's an evil man. And that's why he's always claiming he's such a good person.
He's a monster.
Wait a minute. Like, towards the beginning of this, you were saying you really didn't have much against him, and now, like,
he's evil.
Just a scant few minutes later, he's an evil man. He's really pure evil.
He is in league with the devil.
He's an evil man. He's a twisted man. He's a sick man.
Is Glenn Beck Mormon? Is he part of the Mormon?
Yes, he is.
Oh, yeah, he's Mormon.
So I guess
He's a moron.
I guess that doesn't really count as a Christian faith.
Yeah, the Mormons are full of shit.
It's because he's a big, fat, effeminate bully.
I would say you're right
And
about
so
the
I'm
effeminate.
taking pleasure in his collapse.
Yeah,
That's true.
Glenn Beck is kind of oh shit. Glenn Beck is kind of effeminate, man. Like that camo scarf he was wearing, that was weird.
Guys, I totally support Cruz. You know, it's like, okay, Glenn.
This scarf makes me look like a
His name's Glenn, too. Glenn. It's a weak name.
I'm Glenn.
He stopped wearing that scarf too.
It comes to my attention. I realize now that the only person I've ever known named Glenn was gay. So, maybe you're onto something.
I think Glenn Beck is gay.
Glenn Humplink wasn't gay. He was just kind of nerdy.
His last name was
he wasn't.
Humplick. Come on.
An unfortunate last name.
He responded to one of our tweets one time when we were making fun of Ryan Wiley and calling him Glenn Humplick.
Yeah, he did. He's like, that loser ain't me. I don't know what he really said. I can't remember. But
that loser is not me. How dare you?
Glenn Humplick.
I like his Twitter handle, Real Alex Jones, not the fake
Look
Alex
at his
Jones.
face.
He's an effeminate, evil man. Got nothing against him, though.
It's like someone took away his lollipop.
Yeah, he does. He looks like an angry little kid.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
But everybody that knows Glenn Beck hates him. I can't tell you, the Fox News people, the other talk show hosts, the people that know him, they say, my God, you've never seen a more conceited, arrogant, fake, hateful pansy. He does acting classes all day with all these pansies and literally hops around like, I mean, he is a Liberace, folks. A piece of
even he's saying
weirdness
it.
in a man's world. And
So
no wonder he
Hold on.
doesn't like other men.
Basically, like, we're at this point where he's like, why don't you just like come out and say it? Like, listen, Glenn Beck's a fucking faggot, all right? Don't listen to shit
He's
got
a
to
weak
say.
little fag. And if I ever saw him on the playground, I'd take his lunch money.
I'd push him down and make all the girls laugh. That's what I'd do.
And people that are successful because he's like a witch. Weird, freaky women hate other women that are successful and want to push them down. That's a very bad feminine trait, I found. He's a woman. And I don't mean that to women that are real women. I mean, he's a bad woman. Glenn Beck is a hottie.
You're a naughty girl,
He's
Glenn
an
Beck.
evil man. Now he's a
You're
bad
a
woman.
naughty girl. He's a naughty woman.
Alex Jones is so fucking crazy.
He needs a spanking.
It starts off, he has no problem with him. No problem at all. He just like, he disagrees with him, to he's an evil man, to now everyone hates him, to now he's gay, and then now he's a bad woman.
It's quite a few different things to go over
It
there.
gets increasingly more intense.
Yeah.
Pretty soon he'll be calling him like, he's a space dinosaur come to steal our brain waves.
Dino shit's available now.
Dinor.
He's a haughty, arrogant, narcissist.
I thought he said hottie
Yeah,
for
I
a
was like,
second. I was like,
what?
What the heck is a hottie?
He's a bad
my.
woman. That's exactly what I like.
You been a naughty little girl, Glenn.
Narcissistic,
Yeah, you sure
cowardly
got a mile.
piece of crap.
Yeah.
I've called in a bunch, but I just wanted to say, I want to pay my respects to Nancy Reagan.
Listen to the motherfuckers that listen to Alex Jones.
I won't pay my respect to the Nancy
Nancy Reagan was the best first lady we ever done had.
Man, she had to just say no program that would help me keep me off the drugs.
I
man.
thought drugs, but then just say no, so
You know,
I didn't.
Someone came up to me and said, you want to huff up this gas in this bag? I'm like, man, I don't know. Nancy Reagan wouldn't like that none. So I said no, and, my life's on track, man. I work in the coal mine 16 hours a day. I come home and listen to you as I fall asleep at night. Thank you, Alex Jones, telling me the truth.
I like gas in a bag.
Tinfoil hat. And don't forget the tinfoil hat.
Oh, come on. They don't really wear tinfoil hats. Come on.
Yeah, they're aluminum foil.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's a common misconception.
Well, actually, they actually build rooms to protect themselves now. They don't have to resort to the aluminum foil hat.
Yeah, they just coat the room in aluminum. Yeah, put aluminum siding in there.
Aluminum.
Aluminum. I can't do it.
And secondly, as far as the Glenn Beck guy, you know, I really got a bad taste in my mouth about him when he sank the Deborah Medina campaign as far as 9/11 truth.
Yeah.
But
sure. I mean, isn't Glenn Beck discredited that it comes out? There's 28 pages that Saudi Arabia ran the attacks. Our government, bare minimum, stood down. That's members of Congress have read it. It's proof. Our own military blew the whistle in closed hearings. They were ordered to stand down. We already knew that, but it's a fact. And he can call us traitors all day. He is the sack of garbage saying we're traitors.
Well, I think he's phony as a $3 bill, and
Phony as
He's as phony as a $3 bill.
I've said that for years, and that's what really kind of perturbed me about him. And is back during the Medina campaign. But I'm a forgiving man. I'm a Christian. But
oh my God,
sure you are. Sure you are.
I'm
pal.
a good Christian. I forgive
Can he be any more of a caricature?
No.
Seriously.
Caricature of the good-hearted right-wing Christian.
Where does he live, Texas? I'm from Texas.
This is the kind of guy that when I do an impersonation of him, people are like, that's not fair.
Yeah.
It is fair.
People aren't really like that.
It is fair.
It's like, yeah, they are. You're
Only
dumb.
two thing comes from Texas, though.
Queers.
Steers and
Steers.
Queers.
Which one are you, boy?
I'm a queer.
my opinion, if Mr. Trump's listening or Mr. Stone's listening, I think it's time to take the governor off. Let's go double barrel blast the truth. We need to hit him with everything.
Why is there Star Wars music playing?
I don't know. Who fucking knows?
We need to hit him with everything. Alex Jones like, yeah, you're right. Thanks for calling.
Hit him. Hit him. Knock him down like a bowling pin.
Kevin O'Leary says 3.5 billion people living in poverty is fantastic news.
It is.
Of course it is.
Wealth, this is according to Oxfam, of the world's 85 richest people is equal to the 3.5 billion poorest people.
It's fantastic. And this is a great thing because it inspires everybody, gets the motivation to look up to the 1% and say, I want to become one of those people. I'm going to fight hard to get up to the top. This is fantastic news.
I think this guy's on that show Shark Tank.
Obviously, he's quite out of touch with reality.
Yes.
I mean, it's fantastic. It's like, I don't think everyone has the opportunity to just work themselves up to, the wealthiest 1% status. Like, even countries like China that are producing more and more billionaires, it's all about nepotism. It's not like you can just become a billionaire in China just magically.
It's, perfectly like people living in the streets, living on the bridges. It's a wonderful time. Give me a
with a little
break.
know-how and a little elbow grease, that man wearing those rags that cleans your windshield involuntarily with some newspaper and then tries to get money off you. One day, he too could join the elite ranks of the top 0.1%.
I will say though, TJ, newspaper is great for cleaning car windows. It really is. Try it yourself, TJ.
Yep.
Good old spit and water.
And of course I applaud it.
Yeah.
What could be wrong with this?
Really?
Yes, really.
So somebody living on
I celebrate capitalism.
$1 a day in Africa is getting up in the morning and saying, I'm going to be Bill Gates.
That's the motivation everybody
Only thing
needs.
between me and
I'm
that
not
guy
against
is
charity.
motivation. I just need to pull up my socks.
Obviously
you
I
are.
don't have socks.
Look, don't tell me that you want to redistribute wealth again. That's never going to happen. Okay?
You know what? You take a simple stat like
Well,
this,
obviously,
which is
it's not in your best interest, so of course you're going to be like, oh, come now. Come now, pleb. Don't talk of such things.
It's never going to happen. We'll never let it happen.
They're good nor bad. It's just a fact.
It's a celebratory stat. I'm very excited about it. I'm wonderful to see it happen. I tell kids every day, what's wrong with this?
Comes up at a cocktail party.
No.
What do you mean, what's wrong with it?
What is wrong with
What's
it?
wrong with 85 people having greater wealth than more than half of the planet? Huh. What's wrong with that?
I can only see this guy just swimming around in his fucking room full of $100 bills and 20s and ones every fucking night when he gets off of work.
That's like there's like 20
have to
starving
work.
people, and then there's one fat fuck like Paul just sitting there eating everything.
He's like Scrooge McDuck.
And then, the people are like, give us some food, please. He's like, no, I need to get fatter. Well, that's a good thing, because they all look up to him and see how much he's eating, and it makes them want to eat too. It's like, what? I don't think the problem is their lack of desire to live on, more than $1 a day.
These people want to fucking live, and these unfortunately we have people like this son of a bitch are too fucking selfish to say I'm gonna actually do my duty as a good person and fucking help these people. These people are fucking poor. They're actually fucking they're literally dying on
Sounds
the
like
streets.
communism to me.
He ain't against charity. Come on.
Oh, man, what's wrong with this
What
statement?
possible response
If
to
you
it?
work hard, you might be stinking rich.
We're talking about people in.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's hard work. That's what gets you on the top. That's what gets you to the top. Hard work. The harder you work, the more that's why you never see like these withered old men who have been working their whole lives and now they live in like a shitty fucking like 1-bedroom apartment or some shit.
Hard plus work equals success.
No.
It's science.
No. Actually,
it's science.
It's how well you can navigate the American system of capitalism or whatever country you live in.
Science, Scotty. Don't
I'm not
argue
arguing with science.
Hard plus work equals success.
Every time.
Yes.
Ben, paid spokesman of Kevin O'Leary.
Hard work is all you need.
You just
Extreme
gotta
abject poverty. That's how you get $3.5
No, we're
billion
not. You were just talking
in this
about really rich
category.
people.
No. Okay. I'm going to tell you later what you should say to this. Coming up after the break, a look at China's.
Oh my god.
Tell me later. We can discuss.
It's like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna move on.
I mean,
talk about China now.
Whether or not you agree with anything like, socialism or foreign aid or helping other people in other countries, charity, whatever, I think you should at least recognize on some level it's not good, even if you don't really want to do anything about it. You can't really just sit there and be like, well, it's fantastic, it's wonderful. It's like, I mean, you can, but it's like, really? Why do you think it's good? Why, do you think they're just, all these people in these third world countries are just sitting around like, you know what? If I just tried real hard, I could have everything I wanted.
That's all you have to do.
But you know what? I'd rather just die of infectious disease. That sounds a lot better.
Are there poor people who die, or not die? Are there poor people who are poor because they're lazy, like maybe somewhere?
Yes,
some of them,
sure.
But
any country in the world, you can find lazy poor people.
There's tons of people who are hardworking and industrious who are never going to make it anywhere because they just don't have the connections or they don't have the right type of smarts to fucking do the job or whatever. Oh my god, that piece of shit.
Why is he here?
Why?
I hear a knocking sound.
Can't even work his fucking mic. He's already drunk.
Jim Ass is drunk already.
He's too drunk to operate.
He can't even figure out what the fuck he's doing.
What's wrong with you, Jim Ass?
What a dipshit.
What is that banging?
Well, Jim Ass is kind of retarded.
I guess we'll call Jim Ass back.
Yeah. Bye, Jim.
Jim is stupid.
Let's see.
He's currently unavailable to come to the call. Please leave a message after the beep. Also, Fireball Z.
Look, Jim has a serious drinking problem. He drinks a lot, Let's be serious for a minute here, guys. I mean, Jim he said he wanted to, we want us to call him, but we didn't think he'd already be drunk. I mean, it's not even that late.
Jim's got problems.
We all got problems. I mean, good lord, I was born with an egg-shaped head.
That's all right. I was born with a watermelon-shaped head.
Hey, can you really ride the egg-shaped head thing, man? It's like we insulted you with it, or TJ did once, and you fucking have ridden that.
TJ started that whole bullshit thing back in, 2014, I think?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Because he called me fucking Humpty Dumpty, of all people. And I just ran with it from then on out.
You actually use it in your everyday life.
I created you. See
how you tell people I'm Egghead to just random people?
His Twitter is Egghead. His Skype is Egghead.
Fuck yeah, he does. He does.
I defined his existence.
Without me, your existence is meaningless.
Hello?
He created me and he can destroy me. Hey, it's Jim.
Jim,
Yes,
you've been drinking
I
again.
created you. You will be destroyed.
No.
He's already drunk. Oh, God.
And who the fuck is this guy? Is this Nexus, the Patreon guest?
Nope.
No.
This is Paul 1.8.
1.9.
Now we'll take him down one.
Yeah, after seeing him in action, I'm taking him to 1.8.
1.8.5. Oh no, 1.7.
What about 1.6? 1.6?
I'm gonna go with 1.8 or 1.8.5. I don't know.
I'm gonna fight you on fire then.
1.5. Paul's ego light.
Well, if you're gonna be
How's
Paul, then you gotta hate me and you gotta argue with me, motherfucker.
Shit. Damn, Jim.
What you
Full
got?
of fire tonight,
what you
buddy?
got to say to that, egg bitch? Oh, we're the egg bitch, Scotty.
I'm the egg
Shit,
bitch.
Dinor goddamn can't even answer your goddamn phone on time, you piece of shit. Fuck you.
Oh God, that was terrible.
Don't ever do that.
I don't even give
I
a
know.
fuck.
Fuck you, man.
No, you
God, can we hang up on
Hey,
Egghead
hey,
yet?
Jim.
The angrier
Fuck you, man.
The angrier you're trying to
Buddy.
sound, the more comical it becomes.
Man, fuck you. Fuck you.
I can't even
Jim
get mad.
ass.
I can't even get mad at that.
I know, right?
Damn, wow. Jim is just giving you a pass. He's like, that was so lame, I feel bad for you. Jim ass
right.
feels bad for you.
Let's talk about this next video. This is the guy who claims to be the first king of YouTube. Do you agree with that title?
I don't know if king, but you know
he was big.
He was probably
big in Japan.
In the earliest days of YouTube, he was probably like the biggest guy, but now he ain't shit.
Renetto.
Wait,
Alright.
he wasn't a king? Like he didn't like rule YouTube or anything?
Maybe he did. I don't
He had
know.
the scepter of YouTube.
The scepter of YouTube.
I have the power
It was
of
kind of like
YouTube.
it was kind of like the macho king, you know.
Where is his crown? Where is his crown?
Where's
By
your
the way,
crown, king? Nothing.
Before you play the video, you mentioned the Macho King. You guys live in Columbus, Ohio. Somebody put out a petition to build a statue for the Macho Man Randy Savage in Columbus.
Yeah, it's where
Yes,
because he was
agree.
born here. Yeah, they could put it right next to the Arnold statue.
Dude, they should do
They
it.
could have him grabbing the ass of the Arnold statue in a beautiful display of homoeroticism.
Are these Greek statues then, TJ?
Yes.
Yeah, TJ.
There was a statue in the part of Hollywood we were staying at because it was like a really gay part of Hollywood of like Batman and Superman doing some romantic shit together. It was interesting.
It was hilarious. I love that fucking statue.
I was like, man, that's fucking great.
All right. Anyway, back to Renetto.
Renetto.
What is it?
It's Renetto.
Renetto.
I don't even know. I had never heard of him before, and I've been watching YouTube for a long
We're
time.
talking like 2006, TJ?
Yeah, I was watching around
2007. I don't know. He was the biggest guy back then. I think
guess-
I think
I
he
guess
had
I
the
just
biggest shop channel, but he fell off pretty damn quick.
I guess I just wasn't interested in whatever he was.
His videos are kind of gimmicky and
Yeah,
lame.
they're pretty lame.
All right, so here it is.
I honestly never.
So I can and I will.
What?
Make
Come on.
a video response. Reacting to a video.
Renetto, your time is come and gone.
Questioning whether I am truly the king, the first king of YouTube.
Is this guy an
If you're the king,
animation
you
or is he a real
abdicated a
person?
long time ago. A long time
So
ago.
in this video, he plays a few other people who I'm not even sure who they are. So I'll just kind of skip to the part where
it's about us. Thank God.
That'd be interesting to see what he says about it, you guys.
He gets like 300 views now, and he's still doing this shit. Like, he's still arguing with people like, I'm a YouTube OG.
I can't see that.
Oh.
Well, at least he's
He looks like an
least he's
animation. He doesn't even look like a real person. Look at him.
wow.
All right, let's try
The
this.
dancing part is pretty funny. But seriously, this guy right here, Casey Nunez, crowned me the king of YouTube. Okay, you guys remember when that happened? I was big on YouTube. YouTube had made me, their favorite son.
Opinion.
YouTube starts throwing people out of the community when the whole partnership program starts and money gets involved. Even though I was on the YouTube fucking payroll, I went after these guys and I still made my videos, challenging YouTube. I made my videos, don't bite the hand that feeds you. I made the videos, the bad boys of YouTube videos. And because they were kicking people off, and I stood up for the community. Casey Nunez was one of the people who got kicked off. I posted a video about it, and he said, you know who I'm talking about, Renetto. You know Renetto, the king of YouTube or whatever. And it kind of stuck, okay? It was kind of funny.
You were hell-bent on not having me here. But you know what? You can silence my channels as much as you want. I challenge you to try and silence the king of YouTube. The king of YouTube.
Is that Tito Ortiz?
That'll be Renetto.
Yes,
You're not going to do it. I challenge you to try and do it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, back a few months ago, when we were having these when Casey Nunez and the fight thing and all this stuff was going on, Casey makes a video, and
no one remembers any of this.
Yeah,
I was around. I was around in this time, and I don't remember this stupid shit.
When did all of this even take place?
Like 2007.
Dude, these people are fucking living in the past hardcore. They're hardcore living in the fucking past.
He's talking about shit that happened on YouTube, like YouTube drama that's literally 9 years old, which makes it like 10,000 years old in internet years.
It's old.
Back in my day. Look at how much this guy's aged since then. His
All
fucking
your
beard
base
already
art belong to us, right, guys?
2006.
I'm still with it.
How or another,
Look at this
some
Flash
other people got a hold of
animation
it.
video I'm watching.
All right, so now
on Newgrounds.
Now I think he's going to start talking about it.
And essentially reacted to it.
Yep.
And now I'm reacting to their video, reacting to Casey's. But this is from the Drunken Peasants.
More like the Drunken
And,
Peasants.
you know, they have
am I right?
112,000 subscribers, 124,000 views, 6,500 thumbs up, 117 thumbs down. So this video is a pretty big video. They have a pretty, big YouTube channel, I guess.
Yeah, we didn't even put your name in the title or anything.
Someone told him he has feelers. Someone mentioned you on YouTube, Renetto. Yeah, okay.
Gotta get my 300 views.
And, although they don't have anything flattering to say about me, they do kind of confirm, and I say that because, well, you'll hear what they say, but if they don't have anything flattering to say about me, then it kind of makes, what they're saying about me legitimate.
Right.
And they basically said I was the first king of YouTube as well. They didn't use the word king, but
if someone
They didn't use the word king, but yeah.
That's fallacious reasoning. That's like if someone says, like, Hitler was a real asshole, but his dick was made of gold. Like, that doesn't make that statement true just because they're talking shit otherwise.
Everybody that talks shit about me, they call me the most, the most good-looking person on the Drunken Peasants podcast. Except they didn't use the term good-looking. But, yeah.
I think you said the most hated man on the Drunken Peasants. Okay, never mind. That's Paul. Never mind.
When they say
My
hated,
bad.
they mean good-looking, actually. That's...
Oh, yeah.
They just
when
didn't use the term good-looking.
When we say drunk, we mean beautiful.
Yes.
So I'll play this for you, and I would like for you guys to react to it as well. What do you think about this? So I guess one of these guys is the amazing
So now we're about to
atheist.
do
I think it's the
Scream
guy
Inception?
down here. He doesn't really seem that amazing to me.
What?
This guy's not amazing. He's nothing.
I challenge you to a boxing match, Renetto. You and me.
Amazing atheist. Not that amazing at all. Jesus Christ.
I expect him to like sparkle or something.
Actually, you can go fight Devin Tracy. You got to go fight him.
Before we continue
he's always
this-
wanting to fight people and shit. You go, Renetto, go fight Devin Tracy, and I'll like fucking bet on it, and maybe I'll win.
I hate to say it, but I mean, at this point, Renetto is kind of even beneath Devin.
Oh yeah, well he's.
I mean, in terms of views and shit, really,
No, I mean,
honestly.
he's way beneath Devin in terms of views and shit.
I mean, so like, why would you even? He'd probably be like, yeah, you're not even worth it.
Most of Devin's videos get like 20,
You wouldn't even block this guy. That's how bad this guy is.
This guy here, like most of Renetto's videos now, 600 views, and this is a guy that used to get like millions of views on YouTube.
His top video was like 20 million views.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at the production quality of this video. TJ, you mentioned, 9 years is like 10 billion years in internet. Look at the production of this video. He's holding the camera phone, and he's going back and forth.
Yeah, you can't
Why
even
is that
capture
gonna
the
get any
screen.
views there?
I mean, like, here's a tip for you, Renetto. Keepvid.com or any other YouTube downloader. You can download these videos and actually show the audience. You don't have to point a camera at the screen. Although apparently that's a new avant-garde technique a lot of people are doing because we keep seeing that in videos for some reason. Even though there's no way that should be happening ever.
It was
I don't know.
successful
Maybe
9 years
he's...
ago.
This guy's the only guy that has a little bit of sense, and the show itself is a horrible piece of entertainment.
Horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah,
They're terrible people. This one fat dude, he makes sense. This fat fuck they stuff in the corner, he's okay, but the rest of them, garbage.
Me and my cross eyes, I'm the best thing in town. Look at me. Look at my
He is kind of
eyes.
cross-eyed, isn't he?
He is.
I gotta tell you. I guess everybody loves it but me, but in my opinion...
I just don't get it.
I don't understand what the kids are watching anymore.
I personally don't care
YouTube
for it.
videos used to mean something.
Back before the money was involved in YouTube.
By the way, Renetto, you've aged horribly. You look like 20 years older than what I remember you from back in the day.
It is a horrible excuse for entertainment.
Yeah.
And these guys...
How about this? How about this? Entertainment is subjective.
No, it's not.
And
No. This is the king of YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Don't speak that way to the king,
The
man.
king hath spoken, Ben. Hold your tongue.
The king's word is law.
We are but peasants, and he is a king.
That's true, Ben. We are peasants. He's a king.
Well, we are peasants. We were peasants anyways, but this is making me real nervous here. I mean, look at how much he aged in 9 years. Is this what happens to YouTube people?
Yes, it
in
does.
9 years, am I going to be like, I'm Jim Ash, Bo Push, Fireball Z?
I haven't come up with any new material in the intervening years.
What's my name again?
Oh.
Well, that's only 9 weeks for me. Yeah.
Poor old Egghead will be just a shriveled up, rotten old egg, I guess.
Shriveled up something, yeah.
Shriveled up fucking scrotum.
Yeah.
really don't... They don't know anything. They just kind of blah, blah, blah. They don't know anything. And it's
don't know
it's really
anything.
frustrating.
I don't know anything.
To wonder
Okay,
why
this is
this
a
type
lighter.
of
I
content
just proved
would
you
have,
wrong. I know
fans.
something.
But anyway, here we go.
He's frustrated with why we have fans. He's frustrated.
They don't even know anything.
They don't know anything.
And then just to point out later on, he says he wants to come on the show. So, I mean...
Okay.
We don't know anything. Why would we don't even know how to do this show?
Say we don't know anything. Say we're not entertaining, and then be like, but I want to come on there. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
You catch
know
more
him
flies with honey, Renetto. I know that much, bitch.
It's going to be an audio-only appearance.
Who the
for
fuck
Renetto.
cares about Renetto anymore? I don't... I mean,
I don't sound
what
like that.
the...
I know, seriously,
Well,
this
you
guy
do.
is still obsessed with Renetto, dude.
Renetto, like, no one gives a fuck.
No one. Not even just a few people.
All
Now
right.
it's only a few. Nobody gives...
Oh, you're
Fine.
so butthurt.
Fine, I'm sorry. I amend my
300 people.
I amend my statement. A couple hundred people still give a shit. I apologize. You're right. A couple hundred people still give a shit what Renetto's up to.
Dude, you have 39,000 subs. There's people that have started YouTube channels much, much later than yours, much later on down in YouTube, and have millions and millions
Yeah,
of
we
subs.
started ours like 2.5 years ago.
Let me put it to you this way, Renetto. The average amount of views you're getting in a video, that's how many... My channel gets more subscribers in a day than you get views on a video.
Dude, you're basically on this. You're on
That's
like a
the
Brett,
point where
a
you're
Brett
at.
Keane level. You're basically at a nobody level right now. You're a nobody on YouTube at this point.
Well, you're not. He's not a nobody. He's a has-been.
Okay, well, he's a has-been. Okay,
Yeah, that's true.
He's a has-been.
That's true.
He's a has-been.
Not a nobody.
Better than being a never was, right, Renetto? Why don't you hang up your hat? Well, you're not wearing a hat, but
He
you should
should.
probably wear one because you're bald.
Yeah.
But
Bald
yeah,
is
that's why I'm
beautiful.
doing it. You know, gotta hide this high hairline, y'all.
Back
Some
in
vein.
2007,
Yeah.
when YouTube, what was it, like 2 years old? That's before all the major
think it started in
corporations got hip to
2006,
YouTube,
I believe.
and everybody started uploading copyrighted shit. That's what I was watching on YouTube. I wasn't watching you, Renetto.
You should have been, Jim.
Yeah, it's like I was
The king of YouTube.
I was watching movies people just downloaded on
Yeah.
there and shit.
You know,
wasn't
you're
watching
right.
no fucking
You're right. I probably
Renetto.
shouldn't talk shit about the king of YouTube because hey, Snowpuss, get that out of your mouth.
Snowpuss.
Sorry, my dog was chewing on something.
Yeah.
The king, he's gonna abolish me from YouTube. I probably shouldn't talk shit about him.
You're banned from YouTube forevermore.
Who gives a fuck about Renetto?
Who does?
Okay, all right. Well, that's pretty funny.
Well, back in the earliest days
God, could
of
you be
early
any more
YouTube,
butthurt?
Renetto
Yeah,
was
it's
like
not
the
funny.
big
The
vlogger
butthurt is
that,
strong with this
he had
one.
the most subscribers. I think it was like he had like, I don't know, 100,000 subscribers or something.
Clearly, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean here, but clearly this guy not only knows nothing about YouTube history, or nothing about me, but very little about YouTube history.
You are not a scholar of YouTube
obviously.
history,
Guess what?
TJ.
Honestly, yeah, you're right, Renetto. I don't know much about YouTube history because I don't really give a fuck about YouTube history. I was there at the time. I kind of remember you. I remember, hey, this guy Renetto is really popular, and I went and checked your videos out, and I'm like, oh, this sucks. And I never watched him again. And occasionally I'd hear your name tossed around here and there. That's my knowledge of you. I admit, I don't know much about you. I never, where in this video do I proclaim, like, I'm an expert on Renetto. I will explain everything to you guys.
I'm actually writing a biography of Renetto currently. You know, I mean, come on. You've never fucking said that. We just talked like the most minor amount of shit about him, like, or I don't even remember being there. So
I didn't even know he still had a channel, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Again, I remember YouTube.
He doesn't
history.
remember.
You know, people would upload VHS tapes before they got flagged back in 2007.
VHS
They weren't watching you, Renetto.
Back in the day when 8,000 subscribers was like 10 million. Okay.
So he must have had like 8,000 subscribers or something.
Right, but at the time that was like crazy.
no, 8,000 is 8,000 and 10 million is 10 million, Renetto.
Right,
They're
but-
not the same thing.
But I mean,
Inflation.
by the standards of YouTube
shit.
at the time, like based on what videos were getting,
he was quite successful at the time.
The value of a view has changed because there's so many more viewers.
Sure.
But back in the day, 8,000 subscribers, and he was getting a shit ton of views on videos too, like crazy numbers, like way more than anyone else.
I went back and looked. He had maybe about 10 videos that did really well, roughly there, and then they just kind of just plummet.
I don't know, it might be the equivalent of whatever the fuck the top channel on YouTube has, because I believe he was the top channel at that time.
So PewDiePie, I think, has the most.
Yeah, I mean, like, he was the PewDiePie or whatever. And it was weird because he had no charisma, he wasn't interesting, nothing he ever said was even remotely provocative or entertaining on any level, and yet, huge following of people.
Dude, he's angrily filming you, you can tell.
Don't you?
You can see the camera
Oh, I
shaking.
know, it's like... Oh, I'm gonna destroy this amazing atheist loser.
That really chaps my ass.
Try not to destroy the camera in my fist.
You done fucked with the wrong motherfucker, amazing atheist. Ooh.
Do you guys understand that this video is never going to air because, Ben, you're going to get a message that says you've been flagged by the king of YouTube.
Holy shit.
Oh, shit.
You've been flagged by the king of YouTube. He doesn't even
You're
flag
just
you.
going to get
He just
you're
has
gonna get a
unilateral
retaliation
control
video of
over
this
what
guy
you're allowed to
just going,
upload. He plays YouTube like a cheap fiddle.
I hope we get a really terrible response to this video, too.
Yeah.
I'm really just hoping for that.
Keep it rolling. Look at him.
Don't you think that's quite
Laughable.
ironic coming from him?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
No idea why.
Oh, gotcha. Ironic in what way?
I'll just have to console myself with the 866 new subscribers my channel gets on average every day for the last 30 days. Darn. It really sucks that, isn't it kind of funny that the subscriber count that you've worked towards your entire fucking like 9 or 10 years on this site is equivalent to what I get in like a month and a half? Isn't that funny, Renetto? Isn't that fucking hilarious? It is.
Hey, Ronaldo, let me tell you something, Ronaldo. My Facebook page has more likes than your last video.
Wow.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
And Jim Ass is like barely even on the show, and he's more popular. Just from
I'm barely a person.
Yeah, just from fucking touching our show's dick a few times, he's more famous than you.
Yeah.
That
Dino
shitty.
has touched the show's dick. Just
You
a
see
few
that?
times.
You see. Hey, Renetto, you see that shitty dinosaur drawing that says Dinor on it? We put
This
that on
one.
a shirt, and we've sold more of those shirts than you get views on your videos.
That's true.
So
and it actually costs money.
Get fucked, Renetto.
Yeah, and they actually have to pay for that.
Destroyed.
So I think you
lose, Renetto.
You're at this. I mean, maybe you were the king of YouTube at one time, but now you a little minnow and you swim with sharks, bitch.
There's more people watching. There's more people watching this video right now than have watched all of his most recent videos combined.
And Ronaldo, you know how much time I put in that dino drawing? 5 seconds. 5 seconds. That's how much time I had.
Oh my god.
No fucking clue. But
just living in the past.
it's interesting because I started when he was the big fish, and I probably get way more views than he does at this point if he's even still making videos. I don't.
Now
You're so
we're getting
irrelevant,
somewhere.
Renetto. You're so
I haven't
irrelevant.
checked. I haven't even heard the name Renetto probably
You're
in
so
like
fucking
4 or 5
butthurt.
years.
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa, man.
How can people...
As if this is laughable.
Seriously,
As
how
if this
can
is
people
truly laughable. Dude, I went to your channel. You have 39,000 subs. You get 300 views. No one even gives a fine fuck about you anymore. How is this laughable? Are you fucking interpreting the same reality, or are we looking at the fucking...
Let's listen to what he has to say.
Oh,
Ben, why would you want
this?
Why would you want to?
Ben's desperate to get through this.
Based on how much greater they are than other people. I mean, seriously, it's embarrassing. He should be embarrassed of himself. He knows
I'm
nothing
not.
about YouTube history.
What? Hold on. Why? I'm sorry. Why should I be embarrassed because I know nothing about YouTube history? I don't give a fuck about YouTube history.
This is so pathetic, dude. This is so
What?
pathetic.
I mean, that's like me being like, you should be ashamed of yourself. You don't know anything about electrical engineering.
He says you know nothing about YouTube history because you thought he had 100,000 subscribers when he actually had way less. I don't understand what he's so pissed off about.
Yeah, like if anything, he should be like, yeah, I did. But I mean, like,
He
no,
knows
I mean,
no-
like, I mean, I said 100,000 subscribers or something. Like, I didn't pretend like I remembered or knew.
All right.
Nothing about my channel. He knows nothing about any of you.
Yeah.
He's written all of you off as nobodies. Nobody. I haven't heard this name. So since I haven't heard this name,
yeah,
this guy must... What if he hasn't heard my name and I'm doing something fantastic? Why does it have to be? Now, he happens to be kind of...
Well, maybe
you are.
Maybe you were. I mean, I don't know. Based on this, it doesn't really seem like you are doing anything fantastic, but... I mean, I don't know. Why are you so butthurt over this? Like, it wasn't even an attack against you. We just happened to be talking about you, and we're like, oh, yeah, Renetto. I mean, I said what I knew about you. That's what I did.
In a moment, he says we're kind of right about a few things.
Okay.
Right? He hasn't heard my name because I'm not big on YouTube, and he happens to be kind of right. I am in a bit of a loser funk at this point in my life. But he didn't know that. He just assumed that.
Okay, I didn't know it, but I was right anyway, so what's it matter?
The result is the same.
I never claimed to have any great knowledge. I mean, like, we do spontaneous, spur-of-the-moment reactions to shit on this show. I don't watch these videos in advance. I react as I see them.
Yeah, and as you can see, sometimes it takes someone to actually get them to watch the video.
And not only that, though, but not only that, it's like, I forget what I was going to say. You interrupted me, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Bastard.
I don't know what to think about it. But okay, but the point is he see what I'm saying? He's a harsh critic and kind of an idiot, but he does have a glimmer
You're kind of an idiot.
of truth to what he has said. And that, yeah, back in the day, I was the shit. Now, I guess everybody...
Back in the day, I was the shit.
I was awesome.
He was
so awesome.
I mean, he's not. You know what? He's not the king of YouTube. I'm gonna call him the grandpa of YouTube, the cranky grandpa of YouTube. Back in my day, you don't know your YouTube history like I do. You're out there misleading people, pretending to be some kind of expert when you ain't. Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of like Brett Keane in a way where, like, he used to have something.
I can at least
and
say
now he's living in the past.
Yeah, but at least with Renetto, he can still get through a sentence, and at least there's some passion and some fire in it. You know?
And Renetto was way bigger than Brett Keane, from what I understand.
Sure, yeah.
So
Everybody knows that, and that's why I call myself the first. Not not the reigning king. You know, I was dethroned. I have no power.
Yep.
The fallen king, a
That was
tragic
just really
figure.
weird.
It's weird.
I would love to go on their show.
All right.
Yeah.
So what do you say?
What do I say to what?
Isn't it fucking weird? Like, that's how he kind of ends talking about us. I just want to get through that part.
I want to go on their show. They suck. They're horrible. They don't know what they're talking about. I want to go on their show.
He's a little off.
Yeah, he's off.
I think he believes that if he goes on your show, he'll become more relevant again.
Well, he's already more relevant just from us talking about him now. He just got to content himself with that because, you know, we have a minimum standard for guests that he doesn't meet. Sorry, Renetto, you just don't make the cut, buddy.
Wow.
Damn.
Shut down by the amazing atheist.
I always thought Ronaldo was a soccer player. Not a YouTube guy.
Ronaldo.
So funny, Jim.
Yeah.
Zing.
Here's some commercial. I think it's out of Australia. I think it's like a public service announcement.
Okay.
If I was Prime Minister, I would make it illegal.
Illegal? I hate Australian accents.
They're terrible.
Oh boy.
They're the wrong time.
At least they know how to put their kids to work.
See? This is the point of this public service announcement.
God, here we go.
Okay.
Pay gap, TJ. Pay
gap. Why does he get $5?
That's just
Wait
the
a
way
second.
you
He did it better.
$7.
He did it better than you.
Here's where it's different from the real world. They don't see it. You know, it's not like, hey, guy, here's 500. Hey, girl, here's 250.
Yeah, they do it behind closed doors. Yeah. They don't even know what's going on.
Right.
78 cents on the dollar.
Smoke-filled room.
The dollar.
It should be flat out illegal. Like, I'm not joking. I'm not being unreasonable. Women and men should have the same money. They should have 50-50.
Well, they can't have the same money.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
No.
I mean, they have to get separate money.
They
but...
might have different jobs and stuff. You never know. Like, the guy could be working as a fucking, you know, like rocket engineer or some shit.
Well, also, I mean, like, if they're actually paying you, if they're paying two people, they can't give them the exact same, you know, currency or check or whatever.
Come on.
As a janitor,
Okay,
you know,
come on,
they don't
guys.
deserve
It's
the
a
same
fucking
amount.
4-year-old kid. His vocabulary's not extensive enough yet.
well,
Give
fuck
him
you,
the benefit
Jim.
of the doubt.
What do you know about children, Jim?
Yeah, fuck you,
Maybe you know a lot. I don't know.
60-60 if you want to do 120. It should
What?
just be how hard you work.
If you do the same work, you should get paid the same money.
What we're trying to tell you is that it's not fair that boys...
So,
not fair.
I mean, would they just say that everyone that has the same position should make the same amount of money so no one's being treated unfairly?
Yep.
Is that just the way it should be?
I guess.
No. No.
get paid more than girls.
Maybe
Girls.
if the men notice, they would.
Because if they had to mandate something like that, then they just end up like mandating that everyone's pay just be
Mandate? I believe you mean person date. Thank you.
Oh, shit. Damn, I need to check my privilege.
You do.
Were being paid more than the women, they should speak up about it.
When I am older, I'm going to make a change.
Sure you
if I don't forget.
Oh,
wow. Hold on a second. Whoever just said that, it synced perfectly with that little kid's mouth.
If I don't forget.
Yikes, that was me.
If I don't forget. Okay, that line was fed to that kid. There's no way that that dramatic shit was like his actual, words coming from him.
Ugh, I have no words, it's so wrong.
So wrong.
So wrong.
It's so wrong. It's wrong.
Equal future.
It actually is wrong. It's wrong in the sense that these statistics are bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know where this ad came from, but
it's horrible.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
We should burn it with fire.
And kill it.
Oh boy.
It's a fucking horse lady.
Oh shit.
I know what it's coming to.
That's nothing.
God damn it.
Fuck me
Fucking
running,
manatee.
man. Shit.
Matinee.
This first video on crazy people is actually someone we've had on the show before. She was voted the worst guest.
Cool.
Really?
Yeah, what was her name? Janet something.
Oh, Bloomfield.
Yeah, Janet Bloomfield.
Yeah, she was
Janet
voted
Reno?
our worst guest.
A few days ago, I posted a video asking whether or not women should be allowed to vote. Today, I want to answer that question for you definitively and give you my reasons. Before I get into it, let's tackle the issue of misogyny.
Okay.
Is it misogyny to ask whether or not women should vote? Does it mean that I hate women? Does it?
Yeah, it was. I don't know if it's necessarily misogyny, but it's a stupid question. It's really dumb. Yeah. And I see that the title of your video is 3 reasons why women should not vote. So I wouldn't say asking the question if women should vote is misogyny, but I would say coming to that conclusion definitely is, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Does it mean that anyone who questions whether women should vote hates women? Well, no. No, it doesn't. We don't think 17-year-olds should vote either, and that's not because we hate 17-year-olds.
Actually, we just covered a story about how 17-year-olds should be able to vote. So, yeah.
It's not even because we think that passing the Rubicon of your 18th birthday somehow bestows you with a magical level of intelligence and maturity that...
Okay, well, we just all understand, like, children are not, you know, capable of voting. There has to be some age where it's like, okay, now you can vote, and the arbitrary number they picked is 18. It could just as easily be 17 or 16, probably not 15, but...
Yeah, I mean, if children of any age could vote, they would just vote with how their parents want them to when they're young enough.
Yeah, of course.
Sure. Or just vote to spite them.
you didn't have when you were 17.
Mm-hmm.
That's not why 17-year-olds can't vote.
Right.
The voting age is the same as the draft age.
Yeah.
That's why 18-year-olds can vote, because
Roger.
they can be drafted.
Uh-huh.
And that's
And if it's
another arbitrary age. 18, get drafted. Another arbitrary age. Makes no sense.
You can sign a contract.
Woohoo! Yet you can't drink till you're 21, man. That is fucked up.
Freedom.
Or blood that's going to answer for leadership choices, you have a right to determine who those leaders are. So asking if women can vote, no, it's not misogyny. It's a legitimate, provocative, interesting question.
No, it's a really dumb, dense, obvious question.
Yeah, why would you want to deprive someone of their, as we stated them, human rights? It's just basically self-determination. Like, why should that be taken
All right,
away?
here-
That's be a pretty compelling case to make that argument. I would say.
Women live and work in this country. I think they should probably have a say in how it goes. I'm old-fashioned that way. Actually, I guess I'm new-fashioned that way.
Yeah, you're crazy.
But
something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Should
I
women
don't
be
know.
should women be allowed to buy food in a grocery store? I think that's a legitimate question.
Provocative, too.
That is provocative. You're really provocative.
Should they be allowed to drive?
Well, that one that's a big no on that one, actually.
Easy, no.
Should they be allowed to
You side
talk?
with Sharia law on that one.
I do. Just today, there was a thing where one lane merged into some other shit, but like you didn't have to actually merge because the street just kept on going. But there was some woman like stopped and blocking everyone behind her, even though she had so much road in front
Oh,
of
they
her.
were honking like, go!
And she's like, "What do you want me to do?"
Drive forward.
It's like drive forward in the lane that's directly in front of you.
You have a fucking
you
lane.
fucking moron. So yeah, women shouldn't be able to drive, but they should be able to vote.
Should they be allowed to talk? It
depends.
Some woman said the dumbest fucking thing to me today. I don't even want to repeat it, but they shouldn't be allowed to talk. But they should be allowed to vote. That makes sense.
Not talk.
Fuck yeah. They can
don't
vote,
talk, just
but
vote.
no talking, no driving, and mandatory blowjobs on the street corner. But you can vote.
And now we have 50 Tumblr accounts bad-mouthing us.
My answer? No.
No.
Women should not vote.
Yep.
Her vote is that
you
women
are
should
an
not
idiot.
be able to vote.
Well, your vote doesn't count because you're a woman.
And you know what? We
I'll
just
give you
determined
3
you're not
reasons.
allowed to talk, so you shouldn't have been able to make this video.
Hey, go to the
First of all,
kitchen and make me a sandwich.
Let's start with the biggest one. The draft.
Yeah.
18-year-olds can vote because 18-year-olds can be drafted.
No, that's not the reason why. They can't. It's not because they can vote because they can be drafted. That was just an argument used to give it the right to 18-year-olds.
Okay, well, here's the reason why.
I mean, really, they can vote because they're considered adults by society.
Really, more than anything, it's just because 18 is the recognized age when you can sign a contract. When you join the military, you sign a contract with the military. That's how it works.
And you know what? You know what? Also, 9 times 2 equals 18. That's why 18-year-olds are eligible for the draft, and 18-year-olds are also eligible to vote. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
18-year-old men only.
Mm-hmm.
The military has recently thrown all combat positions open to women, and that was the reason that women weren't subject to the draft.
Right. I see this is a good argument for why women should have to register for the draft. Well, actually, no one should have to register for the draft. It's archaic and stupid, and there's no way that people should be forced to fight for their country if they don't want to.
It's not the draft now, it's selective service.
Right, the selective service, but it could turn into the draft. You know what I mean?
It is a draft.
Yeah, I just think you're making more of an argument that they should be drafted. You know, but honestly, there shouldn't even be a draft in the first place, so whatever.
Selective service, the draft, is intended to fill...
Just like the NFL draft. It's exciting. It's on national television. You know,
combat
the first pick.
roles specifically. Selective service gives the military the bodies it needs to load on landing crafts, to land them at Omaha, to land them at Utah, to send them to the Chosin Reservoir, to send them down the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
Right.
It's for combat positions.
Right.
Because women couldn't take combat positions in the Army, there was no point drafting them. Now, a lot of commenters at my blog and on the other video said something along the lines of, well, there's lots of non-combat positions that you could draft women into. Like,
Just draft them in the combat ones. I don't give a shit. Why should they not have to fight if men have to fight? Fuck that. They're just as capable as pointing a gun at someone and shooting.
I mean, yeah. Child soldiers, they were basically just given drugs and they just go out and run up and shoot people.
I mean, if it were like hand-to-hand combat, then it would probably be another story.
It's usually not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it usually ain't hand-to-hand combat.
If
And
they
even
wanna
then,
fucking
you know,
serve the
give
country,
her
let
a
'em.
knife or something. Give her something to equalize it. Shit.
If they want to serve the fucking country, goddamn it, let them.
there's no reason that women need to be in combat. Well, when it comes to the vote, yes, there is. If women are drafted into non-combat positions, then nothing has changed. It's still not their blood that's being spilled. If it's not you that's on the line, you don't.
We haven't even had a fucking draft since the 60s. So, you know, I don't really foresee the draft coming back anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, we've had plenty of armed conflict.
It seems like our military is pretty adequately staffed and powerful to handle shit on their own. I don't think we need to bring the draft back, so it's kind of a moot point.
I haven't heard of any personnel shortage, but, I mean, I'm sure we would have heard of that, right?
Yeah, I mean, as long as there's desperate losers out there who want money and want the government to give it to them, then they'll sign up for the giant welfare program that is the Army or the Navy or any fucking branch of the armed services.
Get a say. Now, let's just assume that women are drafted for combat positions.
Oh my God.
Let's assume the whole non-combat thing is a non-starter. We are going to draft women into combat positions. Well, you can't.
You know,
it's a paradox.
Why
as long as women can vote.
What? I'm sorry? Hold on.
They're never going to vote for themselves to be placed in harm's way. If a situation arises where the draft could be initiated, the first thing that women are going to do is start voting for exemptions for themselves. Pregnant women will be first. Women will vote to exempt pregnant women. They will then vote to exempt nursing mothers. They'll vote to exempt mothers of multiple children, mothers of children under a certain age, single mothers. They'll vote until the exemption basically exempts every woman from combat.
That is a bunch of bullshit. I want some pregnant woman going out there with the gun.
No, this is a fantastic slippery slope argument. What are you talking about?
Yeah, this argument's weird. I mean, like, because it hinges on, like, this weird prediction about what would happen in an alternate universe. Okay, then this would happen, and then this would happen, and that's how it would go. And I know because...
Yeah, how do you know? That's the big question.
I mean, like, this whole video is oxymoronic, because here's a woman saying, like, I know best how society should be arranged, but... what needs to happen is women's votes need to be taken away. But it's like, but you're a woman claiming you understand this stuff and you are trying to give your input in society. Don't you realize that your vote is like the greatest instrument you have of that input, you know, meager though it may be? So, I mean, it's really kind of oxymoronic. I mean, like, you're basically saying that women's opinions on how to run the country doesn't matter, so why should I listen to you then? You're saying your own opinion doesn't matter. Who gives a shit?
All right.
You're not allowed to talk.
I think we're going to take a break. And while we go on break, we're going to go ahead and play a slideshow of all the hundreds and hundreds of motherfuckers that got pictures taken of their Dynor shirts or whatever DP shirts they got. There's, you know, lots of them.
DP shirt slideshow.
And we're going to let you guys go. And we'll be back. But
right.
thanks for being on.
No problem.
Smoke pan every day.
See ya.
See ya.
And we want to remind
wanna
everyone
be ya.
after this show on SoundCloud, the post show will be available.
Post show.
It's its own upload now. So you don't have to listen through the old or the whole show.
I saw people discussing the post show. You know what they said?
What?
Why do they do it? And the first answer, money.
So someone said, I don't want to become a patron to listen to the post show. It's like, no, you don't have to be a patron.
Yeah, you're retarded, dude. You don't have to be a patron.
You don't have to pay for anything. Just go to SoundCloud and listen to it. Click play. That's all you have to do.
Totally free on SoundCloud.
Yes.
That's all you have to do. There's no paywall.
If you like any of the shirts and you see all the cool people wearing them, link in the description. Link in the description. And I think I'll play Sex Twister.
Sweet.
Eyes and we realize that she's baptized. poo on the ground. Says you got a probe, no, I got my chode, but no, that's sick. If I want a dick, I can get a dick, and I like the metal stick with the little drip drip without the knob on the top and all the stickiness, and I know the satisfaction of a man. Don't get me wrong, bars the eyes, and baby doesn't turn me on. Like when a man tries to beat me, take off my hobo clothes, and then he tries to feed me, cracking them out, put in the mouth, suck feels out, make scream out. Then I'll be the hobo unit friends talk about standing in the street, getting bent over a vent, looking forward to the broken experience. Get the move, dude, use it for the back in action. Stick it in and watch the hobo's ass contraction. Hobo, 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 hobo. Anal, 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 anal. Robin, 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 Robin. Hobo, anal, Robin. Chillin' at home, watching the tube, sorting a boner for the killing of the hobos in the vicinity of the bone. Feeling good, looking out the window. Looking down the alley for a dirty old hobo. Yeah, I like the anal probe and shoving like the dirty dozen. Says the ladies in the dress, babies, mama said it's cause make me feel like a hobo. Tie me down for anal probe and crossing over with foot running out. May I still think it's funny? Take a look, you fucking bust you in the nuts like you're my lover. Fucking dirty hobo dick and saucy like the sucker drip. Things twice about your trip, the hobo probe with confidence. Building up the mean or something lonely, but just fucking hobo, 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 anal, 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 anal. Robin, 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 hobo, anal, Robin. Fuck that, I ain't no tool, bitch. I'm a hobo with two motherfucking fists and feel that rim shot, big cock in your mouth, fuck, thinking master the anal probe. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Greasy, 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 grease it up. Stick it, stick it, stick it, stick it in. Slide it up and down, slide it up and down. Slide it all around. Hobo, 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 hobo. Anal, 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 anal. Robin, 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 Robin. Hobo, anal, Robin. Tell me how to eat it right, how to save the flavor. All night with my peaches and cream on my body, I dream of you, girl. Tell me how to treat it right, how to lick your pussy all night, and I am policing dreams with my face in your cream, with details to come. And I believe with your pussy, and I believe your pussy clean. Tell me that you'll be my girl. Tell me that you'll be my world. Tell me that you'll be that slut in my dreams that I want you to be. Tell me that you'll suck my dick. Tell me that you'll lick, lick, lick. Tell me that you'll rock my cock like a whore and never stop. Never stop. Never stop. Tell me how to stick it right, how to poke you in the pokey and feel tight with my dick clean from your mouth servicing. Let's go, girl. And I believe my dick. Something to make click click. Something that to rock my cotton like a whore and never stop. Never stop. Never stop. You know I'll wait for you to break your dawn. You know I'll wait by your window till the moon is undone. You know I'll wait by your back door down and scream until you come outside and see me while kids are making playing in the sun. Well, I got my rights, I pay my bills, I got my know-how. When I never like to get my hands dirty, I got it all figured out. When I never play out the game with a chick, got to a change that bring me neither rich fucking no fame. Because I just want me a motherfucker, yeah. Thinking I just want me a motherfucker, yeah. Going to parties all night. The gates of bar room fight. Saying I just want me a motherfucker, yeah. Thinking I just want me a motherfucker, yeah. Motherfucker am I. Motherfucker in my eyes. I don't care. Steal your beer. Don't ask why. I'm just a motherfucker.
Yes, hello everybody. We're back.
We have returned.
We have returned to the world of the living.
I know.
The world.
That matters.
The living world.
I knew we should have built the wall.
Yeah.
Because there is now a Mexican infiltrating.
What?
The show.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. Are you serious?
Ugh.
Really? Really, Ben?
This is garbage. I don't want Mexicans in here.
Come now, Ben.
Back.
Welcome back.
Yep.
Good to see you.
Did you miss me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sure did. Yeah, I love so much. Bring so much to the table.
Yep.
Have fun canceling that rally, didn't you?
To the table.
So much table.
The table. I haven't smoked any weed tonight.
Table, man. You know the table, man. You're right. Fucking Mexican, man.
Mexican.
Trump can build that wall.
Actually, you know what, TJ? You ate some Mexican food earlier, and you said you made your stomach feel upset.
I did. Fuck Mexicans.
They knew, TJ. They know.
We don't like no Mexicans here on the Drunken Peasants.
We don't.
We're a racist podcast. We support
the most
Donald
racist
Trump.
podcast in the universe.
We support Donald Trump.
Do you
man.
disavow him, TJ? Do you disavow him?
I disavow Lewis. I disavow him for being a goddamn.
Louis.
Is it
no
Lewis
good.
or Louise?
Louis.
It's Lewis because I say it's Lewis.
It's Louise.
See?
It's Lewis.
Man, you're anglicizing his fucking name.
I don't
you
give a
racist
shit.
piece of shit.
Cultural appropriation, TJ.
I don't give a fuck what I do.
But
Do what I
in the
want.
You're
long-
evil.
in
Yeah,
the
I don't
long
give a
run-
fuck what I do.
I don't
You
give
know
a fuck
what?
what I
That
do, dude.
is really true.
It is true.
I don't give a fuck what I do.
I tell you, got
What-
something. And he's smoking more weed.
What
oh,
a
he's smoking more.
What a universal comeback.
I don't give a fuck, no.
I killed my whole family. I don't give a fuck what I
give a
do,
fuck.
bitch. I kill him again. And I laugh. This hat kind of gives me a George R.R. Martin look. I could play young George R.R. Martin in a fucking movie.
How young? How young are you talking?
Funny.
I don't know, like 35, 40.
The guy that produced the Beatles, George Martin, died, and a bunch of people thought that they read it as George R.R. Martin and died. So a bunch of Game of Thrones fans were freaking out, like, he's dead. No, he didn't finish the books.
Well, that's just practice for when that inevitably happens.
I know.
I mean, he's fat as fuck and he's old as fuck. I mean, you know,
taking his time.
And he ain't. There don't seem to be much urgency from
he's
him
in no
getting them
rush.
books out. So you know, I wouldn't be surprised. That's why I never got too into it. You know, I'm like, this guy's gonna die. Fuck this. And then he was all haughty about it in some interview, like, I frankly think it's an insulting question to ask if I'm, you know, it's not really. I mean, you're old and you're fat. You're gonna die probably pretty soon. So, yeah, you might want to fucking crank those books out a little faster, or just admit that it's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen.
Not only that, it's kind of rare to see someone that's created like something like Game of Thrones and it's got so popular. Like, he really embraced the show. Like, a lot of people are just like, oh, thanks, you know, yeah, just license it. But he really embraced the show. I think that's part of the reason why the books haven't been finished.
Yeah, he's just been sitting there. He's been sitting there watching the show the whole time, like, yeah, this is good. This is way better than them shitty books I wrote. You don't even have to do no reading.
And did you know he actually bought the first ever ticket to Comic-Con event?
Yeah, I did. Get some new trivia, Scotty.
I didn't know if you knew or not.
Parading out that old chestnut, huh?
Yeah, why not?
Fucking queer.
He used to run like a sci-fi convention in Albuquerque.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
That's wrong, Ben.
Pulling that one out again, eh, Ben?
I don't think he ever did that. I don't think he's even ever been to Albuquerque. You're crazy.
What are you talking about? No, he's from New Mexico.
No, he's not.
Or he lives there.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he lives in like Santa Fe.
No.
Yeah, he lives in Santa Fe, yeah.
He lives in Westeros, dude. His heart is in Westeros.
Oh, you...
Yeah.
Stop.
But yeah, he did used to run like a convention there.
My favorite George R.R. Martin thing is actually nothing he ever wrote, but that South Park episode making fun of him for all the floppy wieners.
Yeah,
which I have no problem with, by the way.
That was great.
Wiener, wiener, wiener. Yeah, that was great. That was the greatest episode of South Park, or one of them. It's in the top 10 for me. So what do we got, Ben?
Let's see. Let's do this one just to get it out of the way.
I received a letter from Brent Spiner.
Oh, God.
My dearest Gail, yesterday was an interesting day to say the least. While all the men were eating our Valentine's Day lunch and discussing how lucky we are to have you, Zach Knight materialized himself into the middle of the cafeteria on...
Wow. Just out of the fucking blue.
Fuck your lunch, bitch.
He just shows up. Boom.
Let me materialize it now. I'm Zach Knight and I'm here.
He probably will say something like that, given her penchant for dialogue. He's gonna like, he shouted out, I, Zach Knight, have come.
Come to take your friends away.
Why he chose the cafeteria, we have no idea. But it seemed he only wanted the same thing he always does, chaos and misery. Everything stopped. The room fell dead silent. Many stopped in their lunch mid-bite to stare.
Why would the room fall dead silent? You think it'd get really loud if that happened. If I'm just sitting eating lunch and my fucking arch nemesis just appears, I'm be like, oh shit! I'm not gonna be like,
oh no.
Ooh,
silence.
This is interesting. Let me ponder about this for an hour.
Oh, let me pontificate.
At Zach. Zach was dressed in all black.
Because he's Zach in black. I'm sorry for that.
Complete with black sunglasses, his flowing black coat ruffling behind him like a cape.
Wow. He sounds like a 90s villain, dude.
Is he Neo or some shit?
Yeah.
Is he British as well? I mean, come on.
The Matrix has you.
He stood with his arms out at his sides, one hip cocked, his lips puckered in sinister contemplation.
He's making the duck face.
His lips... what? His lips plumped in sinister...
She said puckered.
Puckered. I couldn't remember what it was, but...
Yeah.
You're a naughty boy.
I mean, how is that sinister? You just I mean, the cafeteria would have erupted in laughter at that point. I mean, seriously, Scotty, look at this. I rest my case.
There's no fucking way they wouldn't.
Nothing except his long coat moved. No one said a word.
Really?
A casual hoarse cough came from one end of the room. A shuffle, a sniffle,
Dude,
but
Zack
the
Knight is
room
like
was
an anime
otherwise
villain.
as silent as a desert.
So
The
wait,
echo
the
of
guy
Zack's
materializes and everyone literally has no fucking clue what to do, and they just
No,
sit there
the Circle
awkwardly.
Knight! No one reacts. They just like a little. No, they have to say his name and act really shocked. He materializes and he's standing there like, and they're just like,
Yeah.
how does that
that's
make
great.
sense? What?
Can we go back to eating now, please?
Yeah, we just kept eating our sandwiches and ignored him as he pranced around the
Can I
room.
go back to
3 minutes before I fucking learned about this terrible book.
Boots reverberated through the room as he began walking between the rows of tables. This was soon followed by the rough hiss of his hands against the tabletops as he began dragging them down their smooth surfaces.
The rough hiss of his hands? What?
Like, I think she's adding, like, in her mind, I think she's adding details to the story to make him, like, even more badass, but it's just meandering.
I'm rubbing my hand on a table and I'm not hearing any hiss.
Yeah.
Sounds like the room is full of king cobras right now.
Deliberately knocking into everyone's trays as he passed.
He sounds like a high school bully from
Yeah.
a fucking 80s movie at this point.
Hey,
Quit
bro,
hitting
you
yourself.
mad, bro? Dropped your milk, Brent.
Utensils clattered, drinks spilled. The tables and the floors alike
gonna
became
clean this
awash in a mess of food and drink. For whatever reason, Zack's trajectory narrowed.
Is that Zack Knight right there with his evil hairless cat?
I think that's a representation of what Zack Knight is.
Wow.
I don't know if that's an actual picture of Zack Knight. You know, no one's ever seen his face.
That's a pretty fucking cool cat.
Yeah, I would say that cat gives him. Was that cat there too? Because that's pretty awesome. Don't keep
hope
Brent
so.
Spiner away from that cat, though.
Yeah,
we all know about his proclivities.
We all remember what happened with Spot.
That was disturbing.
In on a church member on a church.
Did you know that Gail says we're obsessed with penis?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, like, has she read her books?
No, she just writes them and then forgets about them.
I guess you forgot, Gail, that your books are like repositories of like dick descriptions, basically.
Yeah.
Church member we all know is Jonathan Sims,
Either that or they're boring genealogies.
a gay film editor who works for the Gabriel Chana Fox News Network, going by the alias Mr. Buns. Zack reached down, grabbed his juice box, and squeezed, squirting a geyser of red fruit juice all over Jonathan's shirt. Not stopping, he then began scooping mashed potatoes into Jonathan's cup of applesauce.
It's a high school lunch bully.
So, Zack Knight, the leader of the Jesuits, just appeared on the Church of Gale and started fucking with everyone's lunch and acting like a high school bully, and no one reacts. All your men are just sitting there like, huh, that's weird.
So
Mixing
those
it
times
around
when I got
until it
beaten
was
up
an
in high school,
inedible-
My bullies are more intimidating than the fucking leader of the world.
Zack Knight.
Yeah, what a brilliant plan. Zack Knight's like, all right, let's test out the materializer ray. Beam me onto the ship of Gale, right in the cafeteria as they're having lunch. I'm just going to go fuck with them. They won't even do anything. They're a bunch of little bitches. What's he going to do to Brent, I wonder?
Wait, something's missing, Zack pondered. With a loud, obnoxious snort, Zack leaned over and hawked a loogie into Jonathan's applesauce cup.
Wow.
He then grabbed the back of Jonathan's head and smashed it down into the applesauce. In a huff, a female church member pushed her chair from out behind her as she stood, calling out to Zack Knight, "You can't do that!"
Finally, someone says something.
Holy crap.
Zack swiveled his head around and shot her a look, making her pregnant instantly.
What?
Yeah, you forgot Jesuits had
that's
that
right.
power, right? Don't you remember that?
You
Under
can do
punishment.
that.
Jesuits.
You defy Zack Knight? You are pregnant.
Specifically, Zack Knight has the ability to make women pregnant just by looking at them.
Okay, but
Such is his
until
power.
like 6 months, what is that going to do to her?
Yeah, I mean, like, just go get an abortion. Or is that against the Church of Gale's policy?
Fuck no, dude. But they could, if they wanted, they could just like beam the baby out of you and like shoot it into space.
Yeah. Space baby.
Space baby.
Space fetus.
Hey! She exclaimed angrily, clutching her stomach in unwelcome surprise. Zach then turned back to Jonathan.
How would she even know right away that she was pregnant?
Hey!
Like, is it 9 months along
Yeah,
when he does it?
like instantly.
The stomach just bulges out like boom,
You're in the
boom, boom,
final-
boom. It's like,
final
oh, shit.
trimester.
Oh, fuck. This baby's due any minute.
Who was gingerly tending to his applesauce-covered face, grabbed the table and flipped the entire thing over onto the floor.
Uh-huh.
In doing so, he revealed Jonathan's pet hairless cat named Borgo,
Oh, that's Jonathan.
That's
dude.
Jonathan.
That's Jonathan.
who had been sitting at Jonathan's feet beneath the table.
Uh-oh.
Wow, I loved shaved pussy, but
Oh my god.
Is
That
Zach
is
Knight-
one
Is Zach
ugly
Knight gonna fuck this cat?
ass cat, Zach declared.
don't do that
He
again.
then pulled out a .40 from his coat and shot the cat directly in the face. Damn, at least now that poor thing is finally out of its misery.
Wow.
Zach strode on.
Cat killer!
He stopped at random to flip several more tables, one to the left, one to the right, and then turned back toward the crowd, pretending to be holding a sniper rifle in his hands. Pointing the imaginary sniper rifle into the crowd, he pretended to look down its sight. Glancing at random women, he made pew pew noises.
And one by one, they were pregnant, right?
Yeah, sure. All right.
Sure.
Okay.
Good times.
All
First,
right.
Why do cats always suffer in these stories?
I don't know.
Gail hates cats.
First
dude.
Spot gets raped by Brent Spiner's 18.5-inch penis.
Gail hates cats.
Yeah.
And now fucking cat, this poor hairless cat gets shot in the face by
Gail-
Zach Knight.
Scott,
While no one lifts a
Scotty,
finger to help.
Gail didn't make up these stories. She's just writing what actually happened.
Oh, sure.
Oh.
Brent Spiner wrote this to her in a
Oh,
letter,
okay.
so we need to remember that.
Yep, she's just relaying Brent Spiner's information.
You know what? At first, I'm kind of skeptical, but when you said Brent Spiner wrote it, then I know that's as the Brent seal of authenticity.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He knows.
All right, here's the Cridgeon Fish
Stop.
Hey everyone, it's TVC Mario, and you're here for another edition of
Are you
Satanic
fucking
Illuminati
kidding me?
Media
Yeah.
Exposed. In today's video, I wanted to share this with you.
How did he get
Justin
Bieber on
Bieber,
It's
who
not
is
subliminal,
claiming
though.
to be a follower of Christ now and has the desire to live like Christ, was seen sporting this Marilyn Manson t-shirt that on the back of it clearly says "Bigger than Satan."
Yeah.
Bieber.
Okay.
Now, this is from a clothing line called Fear of God, and I have this article here that I'll link up for you. Justin Bieber's tour clothes have a purpose, stylists explain.
Wow.
Wow.
That proves
They
something.
have
man.
a purpose.
They have a purpose. Like
I think it's
the
part of a
reason-
show or something.
We put him in a Manson shirt because we wanted him to seem like he had a dark side, you know, but still
This is just,
accessible
yeah,
to the
this
mainstream.
is just his way of getting edgy. He's not. Fuck you, Mario.
He's an edgy guy. Justin Bieber loves Manson. He pounds Antichrist Superstar fucking every night, man. He goes to bed to that shit. Loves it.
So the article basically talks about the stylist and how they choose the clothes for him, and that it's by design. There's a purpose
Is he wearing a kilt
to
with
this.
it?
Yeah,
and
he's
although
wearing
they
a
don't
fucking
claim
kilt.
what I believe to be the real purpose,
That doesn't
at
go
least
with
they're
that at
being
all.
honest that this
Axl Rose used to wear a kilt.
Yeah, but that was Axl Rose.
Yeah. This is Justin fucking Bieber.
It's kind of weird, in my opinion, for someone who's in one band. Well, I guess you can't really say Justin Bieber's in a band, but one music act to wear a shirt of another music act that's like pretty much the polar opposite of what you are. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, but whatever.
Yeah, you know what? I can.
Justin, I'm sure Justin Bieber's industrial goth album is coming soon.
Well, I mean, look on the back of the shirt. It has a compliment to him. Bigger than Satan. Bieber. Bieber is bigger than Satan.
well orchestrated. I mean, come on, bigger than Satan? I went and checked out the website, Fear of God, okay, their clothing.
I have a question.
Oh my.
How do all these Christians manage to get upset when the Beatles say they're bigger than Jesus, and then they get upset again
when Manson says he's bigger than Satan, and now they're getting upset again for Justin Bieber trying to steal Manson's shock tactics from the fucking 90s. Like, I mean, it doesn't even make sense, because when you say bigger than Jesus, they say, well, that's an insult to Jesus. But if you say you're bigger than Satan, well, somehow that's glorifying Satan. I mean, it doesn't make any fucking sense. That's stupid. You're a bunch of faggots.
My goodness. Kanye West is behind this. Okay, right now he's also trying to do a quote-unquote gospel album, which is ridiculous. And this clothing line says that it was inspired by God. And the designer talks about how he grew up Christian and all that, but is promoting Metallica and Manson stuff.
Metallica.
Yeah, I mean, like,
not Metallica.
Yeah,
Metallica and Manson.
Manson, you may have an argument that at one time he had, you know, the satanic kind of gimmick going on, but Metallica, I've never heard anything that I would say.
They never put out any Satan shit at all.
Slayer, they did.
Oh, Slayer, yeah. But Kerry King is a Catholic, so. But I guess that's probably not a true Christian to
not a true
Mario
Christian,
anyway.
duh.
Catholic Church is not true Christians. Only me and people who I like are true Christians. But that's not a fallacy, though. It's like, okay.
That's just my worldview, TJ.
That's my worldview. Yeah.
On the clothes. So
Worldview.
obviously here, a wolf in sheep's clothing, something that Jesus identified.
Wait a minute. It's not a wolf. This is not a case of a wolf in sheep's clothing. This is a case of a sheep in wolf's clothing.
Yes.
You stupid fuck.
It would happen, especially in the end days. False prophets would rise up, and
no one thinks of Justin Bieber as a prophet.
He's a fucking prophet now.
No
what, the
one thinks
gospel
of
of
him as a
Bieber?
Prophet.
Dude, Mario is so divorced
It
from
said
reality.
that false prophets would rise up. It's like, how the fuck is Bieber a false prophet?
How can you even take Mario seriously? No one is in there going like, what will Bieber say next? He is our leader. He is the Lord. He speaks. He's a vessel. No one's saying that.
Oh my God.
Deceive many, many people. Now, this shouldn't surprise anyone. I have an entire playlist now with over 20 videos exposing this
show your
deception.
shit, Mario.
It's a Trojan horse deception. Justin Bieber is
Not
being
a Trojan horse. It's right in the open.
Well,
You're fucking so stupid.
and given a
Even know what
stamp of
Trojan horse
approval
is?
by Hillsong, the church. His pastor, Carl Lentz, is supposedly supposed to be shepherding him.
Yeah, it would be a Trojan horse if he was wearing like a Jesus is awesome shirt, but was secretly satanic.
Yeah, or like, kind of putting satanic messages, in the music, which I'm sure you think he is. But when he comes right out and wears a shirt that's like, yeah, Marilyn Manson, bigger than Satan, Bieber, like, how can you possibly say that's a Trojan horse? It's like literally he's wearing it on his fucking sleeve, or he would if that shirt had sleeves. But you know what I'm saying? It's right out there in the open. The fuck is wrong with you? Trojan horse is when it's hidden, you stupid fuck. Jesus. Mario's got problems, dude. God, he sucks.
And doesn't, at all correct him when it comes to this. I think any Christian should recognize you shouldn't go on stage with a shirt like this if you're really going to try and live like Jesus. I mean, Marilyn Manson.
Okay, this picture here is so fucking old, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's from like 96, 97.
Yeah. So like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Manson is the Antichrist superstar. That's what he claims himself to be.
Yeah, in 1996.
20 years ago.
As part of an
20
album.
years ago.
Yeah.
Using the satanic lightning bolt symbol.
That's not a satanic lightning bolt symbol. That's the shock symbol. You can see it on electrical devices.
Yeah.
I mean, what? It's a shock symbol. It has nothing to do with Satan, you moron.
People even said, I never even really heard anyone say it had anything to do with Satan. Some people said it looked like a swastika type thing at one point.
Well, sure, the red background and the white circle and the color scheme is obviously based on the swastika, but it's a shock symbol.
Sure.
Yeah, to provoke people.
Yeah. It's on every electronic device. Basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that's because the Illuminati rules the world, then.
Ripping up Bibles on stage. And I mean, he's not hiding it. He's obviously satanic and sold out
Mario,
to the secret societies that run the entertainment.
Wow.
You sold
I
out
never
to Satan,
knew
Manson.
that he was not subtly
putting in the satanic shit. He was just throwing it out there. Never knew.
Manson's a Trojan horse.
Industry. And this isn't the first time the Marilyn Manson, a Marilyn Manson t-shirt is worn by Justin Bieber. In fact, I did this video way back showing that when Justin showed up to a Hillsong conference,
that's a pretty cool shirt.
This is the t-shirt he wore. See no truth, hear no truth, speak no truth. Come on, guys. I mean, this is one of the greatest deceptions I've seen form in the end times when it comes to the entertainment world. They want you to buy into the idea that Justin is an authentic Christian because they are formulating the Christian version of the New Age movement, a lukewarm, grace is actually a license to sin type of Christianity. And it's going to be promoted by Hillsong and Bieber.
Hillsong. Let's show this bullshit.
This picture?
No
yeah, I see what you're
Christian.
prepping over there.
No true Christian.
That's nice. I've seen some other ones out there too. Oh yeah, that dude is winking. That's weird.
He is. It's
What's
like,
going
you know
on?
what's up. You know.
Yeah.
Is he the noodle?
Yeah.
The
I don't
fucking
think that's the only noodle flopping around in that pool right now. Looks like Baldy
four
might
of
be
them?
packing a little bit too.
Mario's a little nervous, but don't worry.
Mario's plugging his nose so he doesn't have to taste the semen as it runs down his throat.
That's why he was really crying. He wasn't sure if he was ready.
He knew that after the quote-unquote baptism, they were taking him back up to their hotel room. And that does look like a hotel pool, does it not?
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
He's staying there with two other men. I mean, come on. We know what's up.
Yeah, I don't see anyone else around. The camera's probably on a timer.
I want a group of people to actually reenact it. That would be so priceless.
It would. It really would. Rent out like a fucking pool and just do it.
Yeah. All right. So now we'll watch this guy, your botched clone, TJ.
Sweet.
Talk about how you're wrong about Bernie Sanders.
Yep. Well, now I support Trump because this Mexican's in here.
And we're probably gonna watch a few minutes of this video for probably like the next 10 minutes, and then we're probably gonna finish it off in the post show.
Oh wow, cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to counter two main points that TJ made. He made a lot more in his video where he defended
I am the Lord
Bernie
of
Sanders
Time
from Alex Jones. Now, before
He has like 20 clocks behind him.
Yeah.
On all the different time
Well, TJ,
zones.
haven't you
There's
ever needed-
Denver, there's Tokyo, there's London, there's Los Angeles. This is very important to know.
Haven't you ever been sitting around like, what time is it in Tokyo? And then you can
And then you just look at the clock like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You couldn't just look it up. What time is it in Tokyo?
No, smartphones don't have that capability. You need a clock on the wall, dude.
Oh.
I
So it's
get
the
into
80s.
this, as we all know, I make fun of Alex Jones every fucking chance I get. But we also know that
No one knows this stuff.
But you know what would be like a nightmare? If you got on an airplane and this guy sits next to you. Can you just imagine that being like...
He's yelling at you.
Welcome to your flight to Sydney, Australia. For the next 15 hours, you just like look over like, oh no, why am I sitting next to this fucking dude?
You pray that he doesn't start ranting and screaming in your ear.
Either he would silently and angrily judge you the entire time, or he'd pontificate the finer points of Godzilla and why no one really understood Godzilla properly like he does.
am not a supporter of Bernie Sanders. In fact, I think he'd be very bad for the country. You can sit there and now give me a bunch of hate mail because I said that.
You're not worth writing hate mail to.
And a lot of people, the sad thing is, just because I said I don't like Bernie Sanders, and the fact that I back it up with, you know, logic and thoughts, they get even more pissed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's hear it.
Like, TJ believes, and he said in his video, that he believes healthcare is a right.
Okay.
I'm here to tell you, no, it's fucking not.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
No,
So you're the
it's
arbiter
a
of
commodity,
Fuck you.
like every
You
other
determine how to run
goddamn
this
thing
now.
in this country. You usually get this when you get a job, and I mean a real job. The problem is, though, today, you've got a bunch of self-entitled jackasses that were
what is a
raised
real
inside of
job?
a fucking bubble, so nothing ever hurt them,
So you.
and they never experienced that all-important lesson that every adult has to go through. It's called losing.
It ain't like I mean, I can understand you saying, like, they're entitled if Bernie Sanders' platform was like, everyone gets a free Xbox! Woo, Bernie! Like, you know, and the government's going to pay... I mean, that, we're talking about, like, people who, like, get cancer or, you know, get into a car accident or, you know, and then they have, like, long-term injuries and they need fucking comprehensive physical therapy and shit like that. We're talking about people who, like... I mean, you're basically, if you say people don't have a right to health care, then you're basically saying people don't have a right to exist. They don't have a right to fucking live.
And, you know, for one, we already subsidize people's health care because if someone shows up in an emergency room, they're going to be treated if they're not in stable condition.
Yeah, we spend more on fucking health care because we don't have universal health care.
Exactly.
And we don't have any sort of collective bargaining power because the government's not allowed to negotiate prices. I mean, universal health care just works better. I mean, like, if it had been tried all over the world and it was just a resounding failure everywhere, then fine. I could say, okay, you're right. It's not going to work. But it's been tried, and I mean, some countries do it better than others, but most seem pretty fucking satisfied with it.
I mean, another argument is like, oh, they're not perfect. Well, it's like the current system isn't perfect either. No one's expecting if a system like this was put into place, like it would be absolutely perfect. There'd be no complaints.
There's no flaws.
Look, take any group of people, and you're going to find people are going to bitch about anything. People are always going to bitch. You're never going to get totally 100% no one's bitching. But, you know, I think the current system we have now is just there's just too many inequalities and imbalances that just it doesn't work.
I feel like a guy who fucking works as a cart boy at Kroger and then gets cancer, you know, I feel like he should be able to fucking still get treatment for his cancer. I don't know.
He'll never learn the lesson of losing.
Yeah, you're gonna die because we don't cover chemo, and you're just, you know, you're gonna die now. So,
that's a lesson to you for
that's a lesson.
He don't have insurance. He doesn't have insurance, and Kroger gives him so few hours, so he'll never qualify for the insurance they would offer. Because remember, it's a real job. What is a real job? Can you define what a real job is?
A real job is one that gives you health insurance benefits, I guess.
There's plenty of jobs that would be considered real jobs that don't.
Yeah.
So,
well, then you can buy it on the private market.
Oh, wow.
The people that this primarily would affect probably cannot afford that.
Shut up, Scotty.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as poverty. And if someone is poor, it's because they deserve it because they just don't work hard enough.
Yeah. Oh, sure. That's it. That's exactly what it is.
Their problem is they just don't work hard enough. It's not because they live in like an economically depressed area like the fucking hills of Appalachia where the only job is become a fucking logger or some shit. No, it's just because... You know, they're just lazy. They're just inherently lazy, shitty people who are just dumb and don't know what the fuck they're doing, so they don't deserve to fucking have their lives saved. You know, and there's laws in this country that if someone's immediately dying, will save them. But if someone's dying slowly, like of cancer or something, there's no mandate that says you got to give them chemotherapy.
Well, how many people go bankrupt? I mean, it's fucking abysmal. Like, we have such an abysmal system. Like, I mean,
here's a good example. My dad was fucking. He had insurance. He had a heart attack, and they, you know, just when they found out he had a heart attack, it was like afterwards they found out that he forgot to pay his insurance the previous month. It was supposed to auto bill or whatever, but it didn't. So technically he was uninsured, even though he'd been insured up to that point for like years and years. Because he missed that one payment, the insurance wouldn't cover it, and, you know, it ended up costing like $112,000 or something like that.
In excess of $250,000.
Okay, so even more than I was saying. Apparently, I just always round to 100,000 if I don't know what I'm talking about. If you hear me say 100,000, it's probably way less or way more. But I mean, that's kind of the point. I mean, that system's fucked up. No one should have a heart attack and then also have to fucking deal with some tremendous financial burden afterwards. Like, here's the big capitalistic penalty for daring to have a heart attack.
Well, yeah, I mean, factor in the people that actually survive them. I mean, it's not like you can go through a traumatic health experience and then just suddenly you're okay, you can just do whatever, you can work again.
Also, insurance makes the cost of healthcare even higher, and actually insurance companies pay a lot lower price than someone who's getting billed directly by their healthcare provider.
Right, because all these
it's a protection racket.
The medical industry is fucking They're trying to fucking make up for the money they lose by giving the insurance company deals, but the insurance company only gets deals because they're fucking you.
I learned that when I was in a car accident and I had to, like, have a lawyer contact the insurance company. And I found out how much the insurance company, like, actually paid. Like, my health insurance company, they paid way less than, like, the actual overall cost.
So then why do you think the billing is so high? That's the exact reason, because they know they're going to negotiate the price way down. So the hospital says, oh, this procedure is not, it might cost us $2,000, but the insurance company will never even give us anywhere near that. So it has to be now $15,000.
If we were all on the same fucking insurance system, there would just be government negotiated prices, and the government would fucking pay for them. And that'd be the end of it, and we wouldn't even have to fuck with it.
Not the government, TJ. People would pay for it. It would not be free.
I know one said it's free. You can't fucking get anything for free.
Nothing in
But
life
it's
is
gonna
free.
It'd be way fucking cheaper to everybody involved if we fucking just rolled it into like the government services.
Death panel, TJ.
Yeah, the death panel.
You just want a death panel.
Yeah, sure. You want to save people who are poor. That's a death panel. Somehow the poor people getting insurance is spoiling them.
Well, just also take it out that of the countries that do have universal health care, people live longer. So, I mean...
What?
You know...
That's communism.
There's that, too.
That's neither here nor there, Scotty.
What disgusting communist propaganda is that, Scotty?
I'm sorry. I'm really stoned.
Most of those countries whose clocks you have plastered on your wall have universal health care. FYI.
Japan has this really weird system, but it's really low cost. But it's like it is like private insurance, but it's like everything's actually the price is all regulated by the government.
Right, so it's kind of like they almost have like a more of an Obamacare type of solution.
Yeah, but where everything's really heavily regulated.
But more heavy regulation than Obamacare really brings to the table. Because Obamacare is really just a fucking insurance mandate that's a big handout to the insurance industry, which is why they love it. Fuck those disgusting pieces of shit. The insurance industry should be abolished in America. The only health insurance that should exist should just be supplemental to like the single payer system. And you can sit there and disagree with that, but there's nothing illogical about the fucking position.
Dude, Americans love convoluted shit. Just think about it. Our healthcare system is totally convoluted. Our tax system is totally convoluted. Like, pretty much everything about America, if like, I guess from an outside fucking perspective would be this because it's one of the most convoluted places in the world to live.
It is.
In some respects.
Because there's an endless fucking bureaucracy to do anything, and no one wants to streamline. And people act like government bureaucracy is horrible. Well, you know what's worse than government bureaucracy? Private insurance bureaucracy.
Oh, God.
They make their fucking shit impossible to navigate.
It doesn't make any sense.
Because they want to fuck you. They don't want you to understand what the fuck you're doing.
All right, are we going to continue this on the post show?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go do the post show now. You can find it at SoundCloud. There's a link down in the description to this video. Check it out. There's no cost for it. I've heard people make ridiculous assumptions about it. It's free. Go there, listen to it.
Yeah, you don't have to pay anything, you fucking moron.
It's just an audio version.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make so much money off it too.
It's not even that much.
The gotcha people, you're gonna make money off of it. Yeah, we're
Wait,
gonna make
they
lots
thought
of
you had
money.
to pay for it? Really?
Yeah, we have some dumbass fans, dude.
So what is it too much for them to say, oh, SoundCloud, let's click on that link. Oh, it's free. Oh, I guess I was wrong. No, let's complain about it first.
Even the simplest task is too much.
Okay, if you're really dumb, just send us a PayPal donation and then you can listen to it. There you go.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.